everybody. How are you? Jan the Man here. Welcome to BitcoinWorkshops.ca. Come on in. Check us out. Let's do this. Welcome to Bitcoin Workshops number 51, everybody. Tonight we are going to learn how to buy, sell, trade, hold, and mine all kinds of cryptocurrencies. I'll do the mic tonight. And we're going to cut through a bunch of things tonight. We've got some special guests coming. It's always a little quiet when we first start out, and more people end up showing up. So make room for them and be networking tonight. Show each other some love and handshakes and knowledge and tell each other about your projects and your ideas and how you got into crypto. And we'll have some time after I've done my lectures and everyone else has done their presentations for all of you guys to reminisce and chat. So again, thank you for coming out to number 51. Last week was number 50. It was a big time. We talked about a lot of things that we're still into and still doing. Most of us that have been inside the crypto space have not left it yet. We are all very much inside crypto, and we love the crypto space, so we do this every single Thursday, non-stop for 51 weeks now. Next week will be 52. Some of you were thinking that we're going to have a one-year party, but we did the check back, and according to meetup.com, our first meetup was September 26th last year, so our one-year anniversary party will be September 27th this year. It'll be Thursday the 27th, and we're not going to do any lecturing or presentation. What we're going to do is something more fun. So we don't know what that is yet, but over the next couple of weeks we're going to tell you guys, and we're going to make some plans for all of us to do some kind of activity, some social building fun stuff, maybe bowling together or something else. I don't know what. Our website for the new people is all based on resources and education. So we come out every Thursday as Bitcoin Workshops. Many of you know that I sell Bitcoin and I buy it and I have this company and that company and a bunch of other companies. But the one thing that we focus on every Thursday is the education side of things. We feel that if we get together as a group and we discuss cryptocurrency in this kind of way and format, we can all learn more and we can learn from each other and learn about the future of where we're all going with the crypto space. It's been proven to work. Everyone that comes through every Thursday enjoys, and they come back as they feel like it to brush up or meet everybody again or find out about some other things they have questions about. It's an ever-evolving, ever-changing, progressive journey, and we call it the crypto sphere. We've given it a name. So we help you work with cryptocurrency. We do workshops on how to do it all, and we help you create things like passive income or using cryptocurrency to your financial advantage, and that's a big thing for us. Some of the affiliates that we use are located on our website, and this thing sounds like it's cutting it out, so that's probably better. Some of the things that we're doing on our website, we've got Binance, Coinbase, Monaco, Quadriga, Vulture, and Bills. And these guys are some of the websites that we have affiliates with. You're more than welcome to click on them and use their services. Binance is probably one of the best ones on that list, and I encourage all of you to get a Binance account. I also encourage you all to use the Meetup for booking when you come out for Thursdays. It's handy to know how many people are coming, and we're going to post a lot of pictures and things like that on here. You guys can look at the gallery, and it's full of good stuff. For the new people tonight, they're always wondering what the hell is Bitcoin. I don't get too deep on any of the topics tonight. It's just one giant summary. But for the new people that want to understand what Bitcoin is, it is an electronic cash system. This is a way to do financial money in between two parties on the web. And Bitcoin is something that we're very proud of having. We feel that it was probably one of man's best inventions in the world, and we think that it does a great job of providing us a currency and that kind of thing. I hear this thing still cutting out. Hey, you hear that?
It seems like it's when you're standing in one spot, like
yeah,
one particular spot, like there's interference or something
maybe
blocking
the battery's
it.
Dying. See, look at that. So it maybe doesn't catch me right there.
It's that same spot.
It's that same
that
spot
weird
every
spot
time.
is like gone. Well, you guys keep a listen. We'll change the batteries. Who cares? And tonight's casual as always, so I'm not going to be all picky, and you guys don't need to be too picky too. So in the big summary of things, so what does this mean? Why does this matter? How come this is important? How come the whole wide world is talking about it? Well, first of all, it has got the Queen of England shaking in her shoes, and Bitcoin is a revolution. It's something that, come on in. Hey, how are you, Brent? Glad to see you. So Bitcoin is something that's got the Queen of England shaking in her shoes, and what does that mean? It's got all the financial world talking. It's a powerful, powerful thing. It's like a revolution in money. And we've taken the web and we've revolutionized the way we do life and business through the web and through digital. And we've taken the cash system and we've made it digital as well. And that's the big breakthrough. The breakthrough is that we've gone from rudimentary paper bills and loonies and toonies in our jeans and we've gone to an electronic cash system now. And it won't be long before we're all paying for sushi, you know, in the restaurant. It won't be long before we're doing all kinds of things with the electronic cash. And why you guys are here tonight is because I'm hoping that you're open-minded, and I'm hoping that you're understanding that we're on a journey here together through the crypto sphere. And what you're seeing today and what you're learning about is something early. Like, it's like we're going on a hike up a mountain and we're still in the parking lot together deciding which way we're going tonight, okay? And Bitcoin and the whole cryptocurrency thing is going to be the future of how we do money. And if you guys are interested in, you know, how we're doing that, then you need to keep up and study with us as we get more and more into crypto and Bitcoin especially. Now, Bitcoin started 10 years ago almost. It's January 3rd, 2009. So for all you guys that want to study back, 2009, January 3rd, they launched Bitcoin. And they did it right after a stock market crash of 2008. The economy went down severely in 2008, and we saw money and financial systems take a hit in the knees, a blow to the knees, and we saw Bitcoin arise out of nowhere. And everybody at first used to say, what is this monopoly money? What is this money that these people believe in? How do these kids playing these video games create this money? How's that possible? Girls at coffee were talking like that, right? And it's true, like, people thought at first that this was just some kind of farce, and some people just made it up, and it's gonna be something that no one gives a shit about. And that was cool, I think, 10 years ago, because it created a bit of a mysterious, mystere to it all, and it was rare, and it still is, and it's just one of these things. As time progressed, though, Bitcoin got, legs. It grew. It grew up from maybe a baby into a teenager now. And now we're looking at Bitcoin, and we're seeing this thing is maturing. It's got value. The world's looking at it in a different light. And we're not here to say where it came from was shitty or anything, and we're not here to say that we even know where it's going. But what we're here to say is that we're part of it and we're participating. And there's two people. There's ones that participate and there's ones that don't. So you just got to ask yourself that question right now. If you're here tonight to learn and participate, then that's what we want to see, obviously. And if you don't want to participate at all, then we feel you're some of the people out there that are missing the boat. You might be tuning in on Facebook or listening to our podcast. But a lot of people are sitting on the fence, and they were on the fence last year and the year before, and they sit on the fence too much about this stuff. You need to jump in and understand that the web and electronic cash is the future, and it's not going anywhere fast, right? It's just going to grow and grow and grow in front of all of us.
If I may, I think it's okay for people to take their time, and I always recommend to understand it before you invest in it, just so you can do it safely, so you know what you're getting into and you know what to expect. If a person needs to take some time to get up the learning curve, then just let it breathe.
Absolutely.
But in the meanwhile, we're here to educate. That's the service provided.
Patience when you move into something like this is important. I want to say this too, and Jason's key on this. This is like deciding to work out every other day, every week. This is like a workout. This is like committing to the gym. This is like committing to a marriage. This is like committing to a relationship. This is like committing to something important in your life. So if you're going to take crypto under your wing and make it your baby, you have to be serious about it. You can't just fool around with this or dabble with this kind of thing. This is not the kind of topic or subject to dabble. This is a type of subject to revel and regard and build and grow inside. So it's actually quite amazing how this whole thing works. So I encourage you guys all to study back on the white paper. And for the new people tonight, read as many white papers as you can, okay? And the white papers are very important to keep up with the system, okay? And what's going on. So let's fly over here to this website called cbix.ca. And on this website, they give us the standing Bitcoin index every single week, the real-time info and updates. They're actually ending on August 31st, which we're very sad about. That's tomorrow. So all of the data collected up till tomorrow will be available for the future, but they are offline as of September 1st. They never had an advertising outlet on here, and they weren't able to make any money, so they couldn't keep it going. But that's okay. Right now, we're seeing a variance of Bitcoin from CoinSquare at $9,054 up to Easy BTC at $95,550. There's a little bit of variance in the Bitcoin. The live exchange shows us out of about a $500 spread. Okay, so you guys that buy and sell Bitcoin, you've done it with me as well. Some of you always want exact everything, and this goes to prove my point, is that there's a $500 variance right now.
Personally, I know some people who are holding Bitcoin who wouldn't sell it for any less than 30, 40, 50,000. that's their plan. They're just gonna, there's in the long hold, and it's not going on any exchanges. It's not for sale. That's what they believe it's worth.
I'll show some of the wallets later.
You don't take a loss if you don't sell.
You don't exactly. You don't crystallize a loss, and you don't sell.
The market data is here. $156 billion. 156 billion. Is that right? Yeah. Or even trillion. Is that 156?
No, it's billion. 156 billion.
Yeah. $156 billion out there. 25,497 was the highest in Canada, and 3,845 was the lowest this entire 1 year span. So we've gone from 3845 to 25,497. It says the 52-week return on Bitcoin has been 54%. So that's pretty good. Still really good considering what it is, how it works, and hi Jeff, and all that good stuff. So it's been pretty good, 54%.
Sorry.
If we go to the all-time price high index, you'll see that right now Bitcoin is running at about 65% down from its all-time high, 65%. So us guys in the business, we're saying that Bitcoin is on sale. And we think that the price of Bitcoin is incredibly good right now and that people should jump in. If they're thinking about it, now is the time. We also saw last year at this time of year, we were all in the low numbers. It was definitely low then. And we saw this ginormous climb at Christmas and into January. And a lot of people got really excited and wish they had bought earlier than later. So my job every Thursday, and I don't even get paid for Bitcoin because we all volunteer, and Jason can even talk about that even more tonight. But we're all volunteering to Bitcoin. I'm one of them. And I'm telling you that now Bitcoin is the best price on earth and you should be buying as many as you can. And to me, and some of us, we feel that Bitcoin is an analogy like a gold bar of crypto. So if there's gold bars to be stacking and putting away, it's the Bitcoin ones, okay? And things like Ripple and Bitcoin Cash and other those will be like, retail money, and we'll be using those to buy things and do stuff with those as well. Another segment of the system is the mainnets, the backbone systems. Come on in, welcome back to Alberta. How's the BC fires? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Did you get through the highway?
A lot better, yeah.
The news has been saying there's millions of them out there though. There seems to be just a pile. Sit down with Brent right here. Grab a seat with him. He doesn't bite. Yeah, he just came back from Vernon, right? Yeah, it's crazy out there. I see the news on the. We have a state of emergency next door, and I don't know what they're doing about it. But I'm not going to talk long. But it's sad. It's amazing, and they're mostly all lightning fires. So lightning was causing all these forest fires. It's bad. We'll go back to this. So the first 15 coins in the top 15 are some of my favorites, and there's a lot of reasons why. It's not because they're just the top 15 and I love them just for saying so. I've actually studied pretty much all of the ones and got involved or put my money where my mouth is or invested or all these other keywords with most of them anyway. And I've made it my baby to find out about them and wonder why they're doing so well or why they're holding their own or why they're keeping up with the rest of the Joneses as they call it or the segment or the technology that they've offered and things like that. So back to that. Tonight's about what have I done and what are you doing and how are we doing it together. So how did I look at this 51 weeks ago? Well, I still look at it the same. I look at it from an investment eyes. I'm an investment person, I'm a capitalist, and I'm looking at the market of crypto to gain wealth. I entered the space primarily for one reason, and that was to grow money. And I'm still on that same mission, and I'm still on that same trajectory. Now, many people are in the space for different reasons, which is lovely. It's absolutely lovely because we can talk about 18 different layers tonight together about the space. But really, I'm in the layer for my own personal selfish reasons, just like anyone else would be. And mine is still the same as to grow value, grow money, and grow equity within something of an investment, okay? So a lot of people laugh because I have Bitcoin investments on my Jeep and all that, and they drive by and they're like, what the hell, how do you call Bitcoin an investment? And things like this, and they chuckle, but they don't know, and they're just being naive, and they haven't educated themselves on the value of where this is going, okay?
Can we talk about that?
Go ahead, go.
What makes Bitcoin valuable?
What do you think it makes? Let's ask some questions of you guys. What makes Bitcoin valuable? You have an exchange.
Fixed supply.
Fixed supply, absolutely. Kevin?
That's what I would say too, scarcity.
Scarcity, rarity, yeah. What about Jeff?
It's the will of the people.
Yeah.
The will of the people?
The value placed
The value,
upon
yeah.
it by those who use it to transfer wealth across the globe.
There you go. So value is created by people and the transfer of wealth. Jason?
Two big drivers. One is the vendor acceptance. So the marketplace of everything that a person could buy with Bitcoin. I'm talking about tangible things like a service or a product.
Absolutely. Bitcoin is being used to transact for service and product, you bet.
That's what we have ever since we got rid of the gold standard with fiat currency.
Rock and roll.
It's the value of money as we have it because the gold standard is vendor acceptance. With fiat currency, there's a law that enforces vendor acceptance. If you run a business in Canada, by law you must accept the Canadian dollar. And that's what gives the Canadian dollar value, is the vendors who accept it. But with Bitcoin, there's something else. With Bitcoin, there's proof of existence. And for those of you who are familiar with proof of existence, it's the second use case for Bitcoin beyond finance, serving as sort of like a patent office, copyright office. The fact that the ledger cannot be changed and it's very robust. A person can take a hash of a document or a hash of a book or a blueprint or a song or an image and prove that they are the first person who had that document or song or image or whatever. So, I mean, that's a really valuable thing, having a decentralized global standard for intellectual property.
Very cool.
Here's an example, just for everyday, average people like us. Cheapair.com accepts Bitcoin for their travel. So you can buy tickets all day long here at a discount, wholesale, rebates, all that kind of thing. And they've been ongoing with Bitcoin for a while. They lost their ability to take it. And anyway, where is that whole thing? This is not the one, actually. There's a little article on it, though. This is new, this is from today. But people of crypto, last minute liberty and getaways. One sec. I'll find this little article quick. You guys can just read the last little bit of it. Here we go. Update on our search for a new Bitcoin payment processor. So Cheapair has been using Bitcoin now, and it has been, an overwhelming success for them. They've been doing it since 2013. They've been taking Bitcoin to buy airplane tickets, and they lost their service provider for some sort of reason. So you can get BTC Pay Server, and these guys are great, and they can process Bitcoin for you on your online business. But they said besides moving to it, they have set up a dedicated support team just for crypto customers. So if you need help, you can reach someone who is familiar and understands how crypto works. And that's my point right there. There's all kinds of people selling all kinds of things, but this company right here is investing to talk to the crypto segment, to talk to the people using crypto and make that an importance. And that gets my support, and that should be supported from you guys as well. When you see companies adopting Bitcoin, understanding its power, and then even setting up their own divisions to work with it, then you know that this company's serious about working with it. And these guys will be doing airline tickets for years to come, and they're inside the crypto space, so they're going to get all that business, and that whole segment's going to grow for them. And I always encourage companies to understand that they should be taking crypto, and we're still early in the timeline.
Yes.
But the more and more and more we see of this, and the more this kind of word spreads, the more we'll see that crypto becomes a mainstay in the online business. But I'll say this right now.
Good example of a vendor who will accept, right?
Yeah.
I gotta talk about Gresham's law.
Go.
Gresham's law is a competition between good money and bad money. A simple example the Canadians are familiar with is the Canadian penny. Back when the Canadian penny was made with copper, the copper was worth more than a penny. So a person could go to the bank with a sack of loonies and say, I want, rolls of pennies. And that would be a good economic exchange for them. And so Gresham's law, centuries old concept, throughout the evolution of different forms of money, this is applied. And the theory is that good money gets saved and bad money gets spent. So people have a choice between two equivalent forms of money. A vendor will accept fiat or accept crypto. What we're actually seeing right now are many vendors who will accept Bitcoin and not many people who are willing to spend it. And that is proof of the confidence that people have in Bitcoin, that they have less confidence in their fiat currency than they have in Bitcoin because of scarcity and because it's a global level playing field. People who are globalists really appreciate that. And over time, I think we'll see it plateau out, and obviously vendors are incentivized to accept it, those who understand it anyways. And there's a lot of competition for more spendable crypto. This is a veritable heyday for Gresham's Law being tested in real time, because we have Dash, and we have Monero, and we have Zcash, and we have Ripple, and we have all these competing cryptocurrencies, and we can always just look at it and say the one that a person chooses to spend is the weaker one, and the one that a vendor chooses to accept is the stronger one. We're finding an interesting equilibrium there on vendor acceptance and consumer willingness to spend.
Absolutely. I still believe that just accepting Bitcoin is still retail and e-commerce playing with the idea of crypto and picking the more stronger, more prominent one to mess with. But like you said, we're going to have all types of crypto accepted, and people will be spending different types of coins, and I believe things like Ripple and things like that will be used for retail. Let's have a quick look at the list of companies.
Never been tested like this.
No, I know. Let's look at the list of companies who accept Bitcoin as a payment. So KFC Canada had some special with this bucket of chicken. I saw that in the news. Overstock.com, they sell things online. Playboy, Subway, Eat Fresh, Microsoft, Reddit, Virgin Atlantic, OkCupid, Namecheap, Cheap Air, I showed you guys that one. Expedia.com, Gift, Newegg.com for electronics, Wikipedia, Alza, Internet Archive, Bitcoin.travel, Pembury Tavern, Old Fitzroy, The Pink Cow, The Pirate Bay, Zynga, 4chan, Easy TV, Etsy Vendors, Pizza for Coins, Whole Foods, Bitcoin Coffee, Grass Hill Alpacas, Helen's Pizza. Some of these are small, tiny little companies, mom and pops, and other ones are brands. And some of these are brands. Bloomberg.com, Fancy.com, Big Fish Games. One of my friends made a game for Big Fish Games here from Calgary. It was quite successful. And so there you go. There's lots. Like, I'll tell you, there's tons out there. So for those of us that are naive and think that Bitcoin's not accepted yet, you're silly, because it's out there. Shopify.
Oh yeah,
Lionsgate.
Real estate listings there are across the world now.
Tons.
And these people aren't stupid, obviously. I mean, these are the people like houses that are worth $4 million in the Cayman Islands. They're unloading them in exchange for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
What's that telling you? Right?
Oh yeah, they want it. They
Nothing
want
is
to accept
also
it.
that a person can buy anything with Bitcoin. In fact, you can buy more with Bitcoin than you can buy with fiat because it's global.
I think so too. I think people need to look at it like you said. There's actually an advantage to spending Bitcoin and crypto in the grand scheme of things. So back to this, you can have different types of crypto, even like Litecoin, and for the new people, and you can convert those cryptos into Bitcoin. You can still spend Bitcoin. So the ease of conversion and the moving back and forth between types of currencies and the brands is quite easy with the apps and the tools that we have at hand today. So you can move in the space and you can actually have a lot of fun. Moving through and taking advantage of things. So this is another website that just 13 majors. So that's Overstock, Expedia, right? eGifter. I'll just rip through it here.
That eGifter is actually a bridge into everything because they'll buy a gift card.
There you go. Yeah.
On your behalf. So even though
Shopify,
Chapters Indigo doesn't accept Bitcoin,
television.
eGifter will sell you an Indo Chapter gift card for Bitcoin. So you have a loophole.
Hey Dan, how are you? Come on in.
Beautiful.
Microsoft, the jewelers. So there you go. There's Gift again. So, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that that Bitcoin is far from limiting, and it is incredibly gifting and incredibly lucrative, and it's like liquid money on the internet. Okay, and when it comes to the web, you guys have already seen that grow right before your eyes. All of you use it to some degree every day, and you already know that anything that's going on the web has taken off, and we're going more and more to a digital type life, et cetera, et cetera. So you know this is going to take off, and you know that. Cryptocurrency is at the baseline of the web now. So what does that mean to our futures? How many people believe that Bitcoin has this potential to go to like $100,000? Does anyone believe that? All right, cool. I'm in the right room. Thanks for coming. So back to even some of Jason's questions before. I think the rarity of it, I think the fact that we're getting closer and closer to it being fully mined, I think is exciting. I think that we're going to see some kind of ridiculous velocity on a value on something that never has happened in human history. And again, I don't have this computer here is not a magic crystal ball, and I'm not the Swami, right? But at the same time, I look into the future from everything I've been calculating and looking at, and I can really say to myself, man, people are going to be shocked. They're going to lose their shorts when they realize what they missed out on, or what they sold their Bitcoins at, or what they were doing before because they gave up on it and things like that. So you know, keep the gas on, keep your decisions set on this sort of thing. I think you guys will be quite impressed where Bitcoin is headed, and I'm hoping to show some of the predictions true for this fall as well. So people are really counting on the growth. Some of the improvements in the crypto scene I've seen have been copies to things. Like Tether has a couple copies out now. How many people have used Tether before to park some cash? Okay, for some new people, they may not know what that is. So you can be online, you can have your Bitcoin, and you can park your funds over to the Tether coin, and the Tether coin stays constant around the $1 US dollar. And therefore, your money doesn't fluctuate with the market of what the rest is doing. So you can come into Tether at a certain value, then you can come back out of Tether, back into Bitcoin at another value, and you can actually pick up some Bitcoin in that arbitrage, in that move, okay? And there's a style to it and so on, and I can show you some of that later on, but I've done it, and other people have done it too, and it works quite well at the right timing.
It also doesn't trigger a tax event because it's not a withdrawal off the exchange.
Correct. So the money stays inside the exchange, and there's no tax on that.
Dude, TrueUSD is amazing. Tether has some confidence problems. TrueUSD is gonna own this.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Really, eh?
Let's look them up. TrueUSD. Let's go see these guys. They're new on the block. I was going to go over ZRX here too.
They don't have a fixed supply. A person can make a deposit with their US dollars, and they get TrueUSD in return. It works like an escrow. They have a trust company that will hold the US dollars in trust, and you can liquidate your TrueUSD for your own USD.
That's nice. So this is your own money.
It's not a set. Yeah, exactly. Like people need to trust Tether and their escrow.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of questions because Tether hasn't been audited. We don't know whether or not they're actually holding that much.
That's
Nice.
right.
With TrueUSD, there's much more reason to be confident.
Cool.
Okay.
There's a few new stable coins coming up now.
That's what I'm saying. There's
It's going
quite
to
a
be a
few.
big story
TrueUSD
in
is one of them.
2019, man. The rush for the
Yep.
stablecoin it's a big deal.
Oh, sure.
So some people want to move away from the USD thing though. I've seen people say, let's get away from USD. Let's stop referencing it, right?
Hold back stablecoin.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's where it's at.
So we have to see, you know, where this goes, ladies and gentlemen, because we're in control of nothing. We can only participate. You know how this goes, but it'll be interesting to see what's going on. What does anyone know about ZRX, the 0x coin? Anybody?
I don't
It's already
know.
at 75 cents.
It's a decentralized exchange that works like Binance Coin.
Yeah. Have you seen it just rise like crazy or what?
Yeah, 0x is awesome.
Yeah.
How many people in the room here have some ZRX coin in their inventory? Anybody? No. Good. Write it down. You should have some. It's one of your tips
It's a
for
good
tonight.
exchange.
Yeah.
It works like Ether Delta, sort of.
It's growing fast, and it's also all the rage because of freedom around it. There's no control. It's a free exchange, in and out. It's awesome. Give it a chance. Check into it a little bit. What was that other coin, the one you said before about the decentralized non-USD? What was it?
TrueUSD?
No, the other one.
Sorry. Is it an asset-backed token or what?
Yeah. I think it was something else.
There are a few. I mean, I mentioned Public or
Actually,
Pebble.
they're like BitShare, and they are like Bit USD, Bit Yuan, CNY, Bitcoin.
Which one?
BitShare, you know the.
BitShares?
Yeah, BitShare has they call it like smart. They call it smart coin or smart token or whatever.
The BTS token?
Do you know BitShare?
Yeah, BitShares has the
BitShare,
BTS.
It's
They have a stable
it's
coin
kind of
now.
all in one. Like it's a decentralized exchange, and it has its own platform to issue
Yeah.
the so-called like smart token. And one of them, like this B, I think it's BUSD, and the B Chinese yuan, the Japanese yuan, they have the stable coin. Yeah.
They have the
And
coin on
its
the card too?
its own algorithm to do that. And,
Okay.
it has been there for many years, so you can check it out.
It's on BitShares?
Yeah, BitShare itself it's a decentralized exchange.
Yep. Yeah, we're familiar with it.
Yeah,
I'll pull it up here so people can see what it is. BitShares, your share in the decentralized exchange. By using the latest technology research, BitShares 2.0 offers a stack of financial services, including exchange and banking on a blockchain. So you can download it, and you can try online, give it a shot. I don't participate at this particular exchange, but I have heard of it. And like you said, there's a lot of perks to it. Some people love it. It's popular in Asia.
The founder, the creator, is the same one as EOS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The same guy that started EOS?
This was his first project.
Yeah, he created the first one is B-shares, and then the Steemit, and then
Steemit?
EOS.
And then EOS.
That's why EOS is so successful,
Yeah,
because
it's
the creator is so famous in that.
Okay, cool. So Larimer has created the
That
bit
guy's
shares,
everywhere.
the Steemit, and the EOS coin. So this guy's on
Yeah,
it.
he's a
He's
genius.
Cutting
genius.
edge, man, world class.
Okay.
So there you go, everybody. Join
They all understand
bitshares.org
Bitcoin.
and get yourself a membership. I'm going to tonight when I get home, and I'm gonna dive deep into this one too and get myself some of those BTS coins. I love owning the ones from the different exchanges. I like having a small investment in all of them. They seem to go up in value quite a bit, and they all seem to be quite affordable right now. So that's another thing. So these exchanges have come out. Just let's talk about that in generals for a second. And last year, a year ago, many of these exchanges were worth nothing. They were worthless. And today, exchanges are coming out and they're worth so much. And they've got so much value, and they're bringing more value, they're bringing more listings, they're bringing more relevancy to the marketplace, creating their own coins, creating their own wealth, creating their own ecosystems, creating their own community. It's actually quite amazing. And then when you attach the exchange to the value of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, all of a sudden we have this whole relevancy meets value, and then we have, eureka moment, right? Now we get it. Now we can see how all these coins play into creating value and in a marketplace and this kind of thing, okay? So there's a lot of people out there at home that still don't understand how these coins are working, and they're all part of marketplaces. And bitshares.org is one of those marketplaces, and there's a lot of people participating in this type of marketplace. Bittrex, Binance, and other ones. And the sheer volumes of humanity, back to what makes these coins important, is what's going on. So people all around the world are buying into crypto, and that's why these things are so lucrative and they have so much activity going on. It's truly because humanity believes in it, and that's something that I'm very excited about the growth of. How many of you think that we're not even 10% or whatever into the growth of crypto right now? Put up your hands. Yeah, awesome, good. So you guys are on the same page as me too. So I feel that we're very, very tiny in the entire crypto growth phase right now. And I'm looking forward into the 2024 zone, 2025, to see really where this whole thing ends up in a grand scheme of things.
The stable token.
Stable token?
Yeah, sorry, not stable, the security token.
Okay.
The STO.
Yes.
There haven't been really, truly successful global STO yet. But equities markets represent about $70 trillion of value. And the security token idea, it works like a stock. It works like an equity, a representation of ownership of a business. And so I think that this is probably the big story of 2019, 2020. The STO can pull up to $70 trillion into the crypto space.
70 trillion. Think about that for a minute, okay? These are things that are going to put a big dent in Wall Street, and that's why Wall Street and the U.S. government were so adamant about making sure people
the owner
follow
of the
the
New York
rules.
Stock Exchange is doing this now. He's partnered with a few other big players, and they're working on ways to globalize financial equities.
Everybody should join Meetup. Sorry, Meetup. Medium.com, and sign in and get your profile set up on there. So you guys write that one down, medium.com. And then start to read some of the articles. Jason's in there all the time. A lot of us are. You can actually write your own articles as well. And you can see tons of excellent quality news and reporting and opinions and blogging and all that other good stuff regarding the space. This is one of the good articles right now, Understanding Security Token Offerings, the STO, and that'll help you guys just have a good understanding of what we're dealing with and why it's so important and that kind of thing, okay? The current landscape of utilities with no recourse for buyers sounds like a recipe for fraud and failed investments, and you're right.
Perfect.
So what's really happening here is regulation wants to protect the citizens, okay? Regulation feels like it has to protect us because money is a fraudulent place, right, on earth, and we know how that works too. We've seen all kinds of it out there. So half of me as a person inside Bitcoin agrees with protecting the people, and then the other half of me disagrees with the control that brings. So I'm not too excited about where that's going to take us. How many people here feel excited about any kind of control within the crypto? Yes? No? No? No control? Everyone's still a rebel? Good, me too. I'm not excited about SCOs. I was a lot more excited about ICOs. ICOs had me going. I invested in some. I bought some. Corey bought some. We all bought some. We thought it was exciting, sexy, fun, lucrative, cheap on the dollar. There was all kinds of conversations going on around that. And the ICOs proved to be that. We were excited and we were buying them. As soon as they started to clamp down, and do all this regulation bullshit talk, we have slowed off on our ICO purchases, period. And I haven't bought a single STO myself. So there you go. So as a buyer and investor who is like participating on a regular basis, buying ICOs, I haven't bought a single STO yet. And I don't even know why. I don't know why I haven't, but I feel like there's been some kind of, I don't know, block to the thing, like some sort of block in the freedom of it all, maybe for me, just saying how I feel. And so yeah, so if you wanna dig deep into it, get on it, find out what's going on with the whole system of STOs. And really all it is just a safer way to invest in these startup companies anyway. So we need it. We need mechanisms. We need this to happen. Obviously it's for the right reasons and good reasons, quality ones, positive ones. So it's going to grow our marketplace and it's going to grow our financial systems as well. Okay? Did anyone else invest in ICOs? Put up your hand. Any ICO people out here? Good. Good to see that. Is there something that you thought was amazing that you should let everyone know that we still haven't bought yet? Do you have anything on your list?
ICOs?
Yeah.
I think ICO kind of like frozen in these days because it's.
You feel the same as me?
Yeah, but I think there's still some good project companies that are doing ICO, but I think it's really risky. There's a lot of hype and fraud in the.
Yeah, I just did a read an article that was
So you have to
research
really
on
do your
85%
homework.
of ICOs now are just complete frauds.
Yeah, 85%, yeah, exactly, of ICOs are shit, right? And that's what we're seeing too. We're seeing that in the masternode world, we're seeing that in a lot of the space actually. There's so many flash in the pans, pump and dumps, fake mission and fake profiles, and fake websites even, and they're just bringing in dollars for nothing, and they're going crazy. And then there's some hidden ones, like Kevin found us that the Telegram app brought in like something like $1 trillion, I think, the biggest ICOs, and they don't even need that much money. It's just unbelievable. Let's just pull that up for a second. We'll see. Top 10 ICOs by amount raised. Let's just pull that up. So EOS was a big one. It was 4.1 billion they raised. That's pretty amazing. Where's Jason? He should be happy about that.
Yeah.
Telegram was 1.7 billion, and before EOS, Telegram was the hot sauce, right? Everyone was talking about it. And no one still understands how a messaging app can bring in $1.7 billion and why they even need that much to develop a messaging app. You know, it's still an app, right? Dragon brought in 320 mil. Huobi, these guys opened up in Toronto, right? These guys are now in Canada, this brand, and they're an exchange as well, and they're 300 million. HDAC, 258. Filecoin, 257. Tezos, 232. Serum Labs, 158. Serum Labs, I'm pretty sure was the phone, the blockchain phone. Did anyone see that one? Come on, all that? Yeah. And Bancor, I invested in that myself. And the DAO, 152 million. So that's pretty cool. So EOS was the platform in June and concluded the token sale in June 2018. So they did it for 1 whole year. And they managed to raise $4.1 billion to fund the development of its next level scalable smart contracts platform. EOS is considered by some to be the Ethereum of China now, and has attracted a substantial amount of its investments from individuals based in the People's Republic. So obviously China is in mad love with EOS, and they used to be in mad love with NEO. Remember NEO? That seemed to be the Chinese fave, right? Exactly. So now they're shifting, and that's just normal. This is fashionable. This is greed. This is money. This is markets. This is rules. This is governments. This is international. Hang on for the ride. Enjoy the drama. It's gonna get fun as we progress after here. So the ERC20 token, they launched on the Ethereum platform, started trade July 1st, 2017, spiking to a value of $5.09 a token. EOS has been trading in the $150 to $2 range in this article. Today the EOS token is trading around $8 according to this, and onto its own blockchain network. EOS is developing a scalable smart contract platform that has the potential to become a better Ethereum. And as Ethereum network suffers from severe congestion issues at times, Scalability is very important, hence EOS is well positioned to become a major blockchain and smart contract platform in the future. I could go to Mark from CoinDesk. So a lot of people ask me on Facebook, Jan, where do I get good news if I want to learn about crypto? We go to CoinDesk. I like them. They've got a good email that comes out every day. But I'm pretty sure in here they told us this week that EOS was taken on by some peeps. And EOS has been getting out there. It's been getting into different pools, into different exchanges and into different wallets, and EOS is continuing to grow like rapid fire. So back to news for a minute. We like CoinDesk. They've got blockchain, technology, markets, business, data, and research. So it's a great website. ICO tracker, calendar, blockchain venture capitalist, Bitcoin calculator. The tools and resources and stuff on CoinDesk is pretty robust. We like it. So if none of you are using it yet, jump on and see if you guys like it. Even the consensus is highlighted here. And there's one in Singapore, obviously, too, and you guys should check into that, too. And I like the Invest 2017 section. I was all over that last year. But, yeah, CoinDesk is somewhere to check into. So Telegram. How many people in this room are on Telegram? Put up your hand. Okay. How many people like it and are all over following it constantly? Yeah, medium. Yeah, medium. Yeah, half and half. I noticed I was hot for it for a while there. I was like all over it like a dirty shirt, and then I backed off from it quite a bit. And I use it still today. I push files and things through it, and we still chat with the community that we have, and we can add you guys. So if you guys are not on our Telegram, let's add you today if you're on it. I find it good, but I find it overwhelming. Kevin will tell you every airdrop and every one, you got to go join their Telegram, and then all of a sudden your phone is just busy with just too much buzzing and noise, and everybody gets pissed off, and I know how we feel nowadays. So away we go, and we're out of there. Okay. Let's go over some of the areas real quick that we can talk about here too. Let's see if I have my document open here. I had this little document that I made that had a bunch of the areas of crypto, and I can talk about it with you guys for a second. Let's go see that. Crypto opportunities 101. Let's just see. It wasn't fancy. We're just writing it down. All right. So here's some of the opportunities in the crypto space. I'm just going to touch down on some of it. This is fun. We haven't done this in a while. So one of the first, I started at zero because I'm a geek like that, but one of the first areas of growth within the crypto space is creating your own coin, creating your own software and creating your own algorithm, and you can create a coin. And we're supposed to have a guest tonight, Roger, and he was going to talk about his concierge coin that he's doing. But we've also got Jeff here from SaveCoin, and he'll explain a little bit tonight of what that was like for him when he created his own coin. Then you can create wealth through masternodes, and you can do noding, and you can become a masternode investor like Corey right here, and you can own an assortment of them like property manager, and you can make funds on a regular daily basis by the hour, by the minute on your masternodes. And we can log into one of ours today. In fact, we should do that because we've got one running, and it is online right now. Let's do that. Let's see if we can log in. Let's go to our, what was that? Team viewer. See if we can log into this puppy, and we'll see how we're doing. If anyone has brought their laptops tonight, PC-based, you can download a wallet tonight, and we could send you some coins from our casino coin project. So if you have a wallet, Corey's in the group tonight. He'll show you what is the password here? 1 second. Where to get the wallet from on GitHub, I think it is. And then we'll get you guys some coins tonight. We're going to share these coins with the community. So if you got your PC, let's do it. I'm going to find the password for this real quick, and then I'll show you guys how we're doing on the masternodes. I'm going to log in here. It is. Here we go. So I use this software called TeamViewer, and right now what I have running is a mining machine, and I have it running in my studio, in my office right now. And you can have as many of your own mining machines running. We did one with your wife there. Remember how cool that was? And I've shown the pictures to these guys, by the way. They've all seen you. But you can have this machine running, and you can just log into it from afar like we're going to do tonight. And I don't see the desktop right now, but we should be seeing the desktop. Where are we? Come on, work. Maybe we're just going to give it a second to load up here. Give it some time to kind of get here. But the point is that you guys can be mining and doing all this kind of stuff from around the world, from your home, from your desktop, from your office, and that kind of thing. And you should feel empowered to be able to do this kind of thing. Working with the internet and working with cryptocurrencies gives you this opportunity to be online and not be tied down by any other means kind of necessary. So it's pretty cool, the flexibility, and the way that you can float around the planet and still take care of this kind of stuff. I'm trying to log on and show you guys, and of course it's being shitty, but we'll see what happens here. It doesn't want to give me the screen. Come on.
They've been timing out lately.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You only have so long until
There it is. Oh, it came on. Here we go. All right. So for you guys out here, here's what we got on this machine. We've got a few things going on at once. Let me just minimize some of this stuff, and we'll close Honey Miner. All right. Honey Miner's being the error. You can see that. All right. So first thing you can do is we can give you guys the code tonight and the affiliate code to run Honey Miner. What Honey Miner does is reward you in Bitcoin. And any kind of machine with any kind of processor, it doesn't matter if it's the shitty old HP office computer that your mom used, it can still use power from that and the chip in the card and actually make Bitcoin. So I can send whoever's interested tonight, I'll send you my affiliate code to Honey Miner, and it looks pretty cool. The interface is nice. Here it is. I've already got 22,000 Satoshis built up here. And you know, when I looked at this, I thought this was for kids. I thought this was hokey. I think a lot of this stuff is. But, you know, I've been on the internet since '93, you know, I've seen a lot of things. But anyway, how about fun? I have to remember that we're supposed to have fun. And so this is a fun thing, but you actually make some money. So fun can be money. And I actually put my Bitcoin wallet that I do all my mining with into it. So it's just sending me Satoshi on the regular basis, and away it goes. The second thing I have running on here is the NiceHash miner. And it is mining right now. We can go to the details. And we've got GPU 1 and GPU 2 running. I've got two GTX 1060 3GB cards going. And it's mining on NiceHash right now for X16R algorithm. And I believe that's XMR actually. What?
Sorry to interrupt. There's a big overlap between gamer culture and miner culture.
Yeah.
People who are running big gaming computers and they're really into online video games.
They are, yeah.
They use that same machine and they're mining cryptocurrency. Sometimes there's even cryptocurrency embedded within a video game.
Yeah. Right now, my nephews are running my machines, my JanSpeed machines, Jason, and they have them on load for me because they mine and then they play video games. And when they're not gaming, they switch to my mining. So I get the Bitcoin from their house, and they're actually using my machines to game on. So we have this deal.
And it's a lot of fun.
It is, and they're enjoying it. We're having fun too. And now, Jason, they're getting greedy. They're like, Uncle Jan, why don't I just buy the computer off you, and I'll keep the Bitcoin mining? But at first, they had no money for the computer because they're teenagers, right? So they're like, can I just have one and play my Fortnite, and then I'll mine for your Bitcoin, Jan, and then you can keep the Bitcoin? That sounds good.
That's awesome.
You know,
this is a teaching moment, though. This is an opportunity.
They're getting smart, man.
Because now what you're doing is you're empowering and you're teaching about
Oh, yeah.
entrepreneurship and about investment.
Oh, yeah.
The nature of wealth. This is something that everyone needs to learn.
And you know what, Jason? Somehow money gets under people's nose and they learn real fast. they were on me like glue, you know. So there's kids. They're teenagers. They're not stupid, ladies and gentlemen. Give them everything you can. So I'm always about empowering the kids, and I love showing them stuff. So we started this project. Oh man, not long ago. Corey, how long was it? 2 weeks now? Was it 2 weeks? I think so. So we'll say 2 weeks ago, we got in cahoots with these guys in Portugal. And we got on the Discord. So if you're not on Discord, you need to join that software. That's where you chat with people all around the world, and you can find out about really cool projects and build community. So we got on this Portuguese Discord group. We got into these different masternode friends of ours, and they told us about a project coming out with this thing called Casino Coin. And they said to Corey, if you help us do some social media posts and some things, you know, in English, because they're Portuguese, they wanted some help. They said, we'll give you a bunch of these casino coins and you can start the masternodes on the house. So rather than going out and buying the coins from the exchange and having to go retail, he was gifted a bunch of coins for doing some trade work back to brand ambassador, kind of like airdrops. So I'm telling the real story, there's no lies here. So right now we have gained, Roger's here. We're waiting for you. Wait a minute, Allison, get in here. So we have gained nothing but like knowledge, we've gained nothing but love, and we've also gained something that we call a shared equity. And now any one of you, doesn't matter who it is tonight, I don't care what your name is, you can call me tomorrow even, you all have my email and card. You get your PC out, and I will send you some coins from our casino project, and you guys will reward with us. Because in 2 weeks, we have amassed 128,714 coins. So we got lots to share. And all you need is 3,000 for a masternode. Yeah. So I have 128,000 of these puppies. Okay? So if you are all interested in getting a masternode, coins are on the house, coins are on the club, and we're here to share because we're sharing something that we didn't, we're sharing into. Okay? And this will be the start of your masternodes because we're going to have safe nodes and other ones coming from our camp. So if you're really wanting to get into masternodes, this is a great opportunity to step up and have one on the house. Hey boys, come on in. So let's go to the transactions for a minute because this just gets me all riled up. Almost every second, 2019, 18, 15, 13, 4, 54. Look at the coins coming in. It's either 10 packs or 40 packs on the regular. And I listen to Roger, I've listened to Corey, I've listened to a lot of you guys that have had the notes, Kevin, but I never had a wallet open and I never got to see this kind of like incremental income coming in on the regular, right? And it got me really excited. And I want to say more of what I'm excited about. The coins themselves could be technically worthless, just for a moment, let's just say. But what I'm excited about is the mechanisms here. How easy it is to get involved in a masternode, how cost effective it is, how low impact it is, and then the rewards are big. And I love the consistent rewards. I'm a passive income lover, and when I see these constant deposits in here like this, it makes me happy. Now, move forward on the facts that I'm a capitalist and an investor, and I'm holding all of this investment per se forward, future forward. When all this value goes up, and I've acquired all this stuff on an incremental, consistent basis, that's the second big kick at the cat where it takes off and you're really happy because you actually did something and now it's got this other value, this intrinsic value based on it. So keep that in mind. There's like a few layers and levels to why this gets really exciting, okay? And again, I could scroll down this like a YouTube video for you guys, but unfortunately those YouTube ones are probably fake. This one is not. This is the real deal, Holyfield. And we're pulling in coins like crazy, and we're sharing them with you guys. So look at that, another transaction just came in. We constantly get this pop-up. So we have a mining machine doing 3 things at once over here, and it's working, and we're proving it can work. So we want to do that for more of you, and some of you guys have mining machines with us already, and we just need to do some more work on yours and set yours up so that you guys can do the similar things as this, okay? So anyone that wants casino coins, get at me after tonight, and I will send you them off, and we'll get you the casino wallet and that kind of thing. But we want to grow the club, and we want to grow you guys. And this particular project is not something that everybody's all pissy about or particular about like some of the other ones. So it's a good one to practice on, and it's a good one to get involved. All right, so let's bounce to the next thing. So I use TeamViewer. So some of you love my software, always ask me, Chad, how do you do all this stuff? I use TeamViewer to log into my different computers, and I have 8 of them running. I have 8 miners running, and I technically, if I had all the passwords in my phone right now, I could log in on all 8 for you guys, one after another, and we could just bang through all kinds of shit. And you can keep this there in different wallets wherever. You can set up one machine with only one kind of thing. So you can do a lot of organizing how you like it, but I find being able to log in from my laptop still the best method and the best way to do all that stuff. Okay? So we talked about masternodes a little bit. Number 3, exchanges. Buy low, sell high, okay? Exchanges are an important tool. 2 gentlemen in the house tonight are here representing their exchanges. I'm going to get them up here in a minute because it's almost at 8:30. I'm going to pass the mic here another 6 minutes. But the exchange boys in the house tonight, I want them both to have a good stance. I want them both to tell us their story and you guys to understand and follow along. And fall in love with why exchanges are so important to us. And these guys will be great advocates as to why. Mining, we have some ADM code boys in the house usually. I'm into mining, I sell the machines. I encourage all of you to try mining. Right now it's not making a whole ton of money with your one machine. We get that, we know that, but it will grow and it is growing. And you just have to be patient as an investor and get involved. And mining is something that's, again, consistent income. And I want to say this, just imagine this. If I gave everybody in this room right now a $100 bill, like every one of you, just imagine, and some of you I've even given some money to, let's give everyone a $100 bill, okay? And then later on, I don't see you guys for a long time, years go by, and all of a sudden that $100 bill is worth $100,000 now. And you see me in Chinook Mall. You're coming over, you're giving me a high five and a hug. You want to buy me a sushi or something. You're going to revel in the fact that that $100 bill is 100 grand right now, right? 100 G's. And that's what's going on right now with mining. You're taking a small incremental amount of money and you just need to hold it because let the growth happen to that little brick or that little chunk, okay? Let the growth happen and you'll be happy when you guys see that. We talk about airdrops. There's all kinds of free money and free coins to be had with a little bit of horsepower and a little bit of elbow grease. You've got to share your particulars with some of these websites. You've got to do a little bit of social media work, but you can get free coins. There's trading. Trading's starting to take off. We're seeing some gains every day. Bittrex, Binance, and all that. I can teach any one of you how to trade on the softwares. You can do day trading, swing trading, long trading, and shorting. And a lot of people get excited about shorting, and you can also do parking too with that USD coin. So I can teach you some methods and strategies on how to do that. We've got some trade bots in the house. I know Trevor's got one running, and we can show you guys what that is. It's called the Hopper, Crypto Hopper. A lot of you don't know that these things exist, and they are tools that you can buy into, and you can set them up and run them on your exchange accounts. And the Crypto Hopper will take a budget of yours, and it will go along, and it will do your buys and sells, and it will keep you in the profit zone. It's an automated cryptocurrency trader, okay? And for like Dad over here, he's probably not going to want to sit there and watch it every 2 minutes, but he's going to set it up with his daughter here, and he can dump in $2,000 budget, so he's not breaking the bank, and then the Crypto Hopper can go and do the incremental buys and sells for him, and he can watch his spreadsheets, and he can see how it's doing. It's great for people that don't want to piss around and just wants to, hey, throw $2,000 in, make me money. I'm gonna go, eat, drink my tea, and fucking watch my TV, right? And Crypto Hopper is one of those things, so it works good for that. Okay. Then there's arbitrage as well. So arbitrage is a word where you can go to one exchange and Bitcoin is 9,500, and you can go to another exchange and Bitcoin is 9,000, and there's a $500 difference. Some people, and a lot of people, don't make $500 a day at work. Okay, $500 a day is really good money. I would love $500 a day. If you do one trade on an arbitrage move and you have the money, you have that that float to play the game. If you can do a move like that, you can make 500, 1,000, things like that in a day doing arbitrage. But you need to have the money up front. You need to have a bit of a float, and you need to know what the hell you're doing. And again, I can teach you guys that. So you can come talk to me, and I'll teach you how to do some arbitrage strategies. Okay. Affiliates. If you're a big wig on social media and you're out there and you got thousands of followers like Kevin, and you've got 100,000 Bitcoins in your wallet like him, then you can go out there and afford to pump your affiliate codes. I'm lying right now, he doesn't have that many, but you can get your affiliate codes out there, and Josh is actually really good at this too, and so is Corey right here, and you can learn from these gentlemen anytime. Please talk to them, everyone's open. But you can take your Facebook and your bullshit, and you can blow affiliate codes out there, and you can actually gain some income, and you can work on some kickbacks and things like that. And I just show you that some people don't give a crap about it. Others like to just throw it around lightly, and other people take it and go hardcore. It's not multi-level marketing. There's no credit cards. None of your friends are getting their wallets, emptied. So none of that. You don't have to worry about affiliates. It's a different thing. But you can do what you want with them, and they're a source as well. YouTube. Some of you and I are making some YouTube videos. We're growing our channels right now. Eventually, YouTube's going to send me some paychecks. I'm going to buy sushi with them for all of y'all. I'm going to bring them tonight. I'm going to say, look at this paycheck I got for my YouTube channel. It was like a whole $18. So that means Kevin gets 2 pieces, Corey gets 2 pieces at $1, Jeff gets 2, and I'll spend that whole $18 on you guys, okay? So that's going to happen eventually as my YouTube channel grows. I'm not sure. Some of those muscle guys with the protein powder make like $6,000 American on their YouTube channel. I don't know. Maybe if we get Roger's concierge coin linked up, Corey's masternode program going, Jeff's safe coin going, and this big like mix of awesome shit, and we can actually sell that on YouTube from our community here, I'll be happy, and then we can split those checks together. Okay. Steam It, Poet. Jason's writing on there. Loves Poet. Showed that to me. There's other ways where you can take your brain, your thoughts, and your opinions, and your knowledge of the space, and what you've learned, and what you still want to learn, and what you can even put out there like a hypothesis back to science class. Whatever your style is, whatever your knowledge values are, you can get out there and you can share your brain with the world, and you can get crypto. And you can write about alternative energies meets mining, and you can write about whatever the hell you want, and you can actually read articles that are really cool too. So there's a lot of articles on there that go.
Poet is actually a WordPress plugin.
There you go.
It stands for Proof of Existence, and it hashes your content.
Get excited about it.
And puts it onto the Bitcoin blockchain.
So all of your stuff is actually out there on the blockchain, in the hash, and nothing else does that either. So that's very cool.
Plugged into WordPress.
And I build the WordPress website, so if anyone needs help on that, you've got Jan the man on your team. We can make you a very popular SEO-driven WordPress site. Even for your other business outside of crypto. Let me throw that plug in there. If you need any help with actual regular biz, I'm your man. I'll help you guys out too. And there you go, number 11. I've coached some actual business owners into millions of dollars. I've coached people into the crypto space into millions so far. I've coached others into, I'll call it somewhat success, and I have not helped anybody lose all of their money yet, thank God, and I don't plan on it soon. So I've stopped people from losing their shirt in this biz, okay, and doing stupid moves. So you got to be careful in crypto. We had a customer last week call, I need $500 in Bitcoin. Okay, customer, we'll call him Tom. And we're like, Tom, what are you doing with it? We always ask everyone, what are you doing with the Bitcoin? Just for curiosity, what are you doing with the Bitcoin? Oh man, I got to get my $10,000 out. Your $10,000 of what? Well, I got $10,000 of Bitcoin locked in with these brokers in the Bahamas Islands, and they're demanding $500 of Bitcoin to get my other 10 grand out. But they told me that the system was lost in transmission, and my 10 grand was originally sent to me, but then it never showed up. Okay, look at all the faces right now. Your guys are like, scam! Of course it was, come on! Now this gentleman from Calgary believes some bullshit website, put 10K of his own money into it, and don't be shocked, this is happening every day. We hear it because we sell the Bitcoin. And then these guys have him on the hook. They have him unraveling him, 500 US at a time. 500, okay, we'll give you your Bitcoin, one Bitcoin back, another 500, and then another 500, and this is going on. Please, if this happens to any of you, call us first, we'll help you get out of and stop you there. Because it's almost, I feel like it's a little bit like gambling, and you're being lied to so badly, and you need someone to like slap your face and get you back to reality here.
Already
you're going to do it.
deep trying to get back out.
Not rush in. You gotta understand first what you're getting into.
Absolutely. I had this guy buying $2,000 worth, Jason, and he needed it yesterday, and it was going to this Russian girlfriend he met online because her uncle's taxes were due and they were getting kicked out of their apartment. And they're sending $2 grand in Bitcoin from Calgary, this old guy. And it was some online girlfriend. Think about this crap, guys. Just with me, okay? There's so much bullshit out there. Okay, so you can get jobs in the crypto space. I'll call some things jobs, other things are opportunities. There's subcontracting. There's all kinds of ways to make money. But the crypto companies are growing. Some of you are smart. Some of you know things. Some of you have skills. Some of us are doing that already. We're putting proposals out to crypto companies. We're helping them grow across the country and around the world. We set our tone and our standards at our agency, and we're doing things like this together. You can start a business in crypto. How many of you know that I started like 6 or whatever now? So we've got the conventions, we've got the workshops, we've got the investments, we've got the magazine, we've got the masternodes, we've got the crypto capital exchange that we're forwarding to Safecoin. So we have all these things that we're involved in, and we're doing all these layers, right? You can become a broker. I don't know what's with my batteries tonight, but you can become a broker in the space, and that might be one of your things where you know a lot of people and you can move and sell a lot of currency in and out and back and forth. You can make cryptocurrency merchandise. You might be able to make t-shirts, hats, and someone might give a shit and think they're amazing, and you can sell them all around the world. You can create your own exchange, right, Brett? Right? Create your own exchange, right, Jeff? Create your own exchange. So these are opportunities. You can get into masternodes like we have, and you can also start a website of your own with a blog and give out info and have resources and do all that kind of stuff as well. So that's just a little rundown of all the cool things that you can do in the crypto space. And I think it's time to bring Brett up right now because he's first and he's new. So come on up here. And let's put up your website here. It's from Bitvo, right? Bitvo.org.
Bitvo.com.
Okay, Bitvo.com. Stand back here so the camera can see you too. We're filming. Go ahead, take the mic.
Well, thanks for having me. We're a new exchange. We came from banking, but we're obviously a crypto team. We're just trying to get in the community and kind of introduce ourselves and get to know all of you. My background is in investing in stocks, and I used to work for a hedge fund, and I'm more on the trading side. But that's where I work on the OTC desk, and I'm an analyst there. So yeah, a little bit more about Bitvo. We are partnered with DC Bank, and that is kind of like most of the trading team and everyone. They're all kind of like come from a banking background, and we understand that crypto is the future, but you have to really understand that there's a lot of like restrictions with like fiat and how the banks are kind of like focusing on KYC and knowing your clients and all the things that traditionally happen when I guess adoption of kind of new financing products come together. So that's what we focus on, and we're brand new. We operated up about a month ago. So yeah, I guess I can just log into here and kind of show you a bit more about the trading. We are kind of more geared currently towards like kind of people just getting into crypto, and that's why like this we have an advanced trading platform, but this is kind of just more of our.
We go on there.
You want to buy $500, $100, $200 Bitcoin? I can log it in a second. But if you want to go down, the biggest thing is we have here is
You know,
we actually
futures and options and all that stuff on there?
no, not yet, not yet. Soon. That's like we're looking. I'm trying to get around that. But so we actually are partnered with Visa. And we actually have like a crypto card, or you have a Visa MasterCard where you have your crypto on Bitfo's account, and you can use this card to like spend it through like your Visa and anywhere normal, like a normal crypto.
So is it like a prepaid debit card kind of thing?
But through crypto.
Okay, and then it converts it automatically for
Plus,
you,
like,
or
I
is
think
it
it's
just
like
cash?
Yeah, like 1% like transaction fee.
Cool.
But just the liquidity through a banking system that kind of is, it's really lacking, I guess, for the vast majority of people that are in the crypto space at the moment.
DC Bank was originally from the ATM business, so they came from the ATM world. They're a Calgary head office company too. I've been to their head office before as well. I've done business with them too, and they've been around a long time. They bought 680 machines off of us at one point of ATMs and bought out a farm that we had, me and my group. So they've grown a lot over the years, and I think what he's saying is they're a lot more flexible, lighter on their feet than the big banks, and they can take a different kind of risk than ATBs and CIBCs and Bank of Montreal's. And because they can do that, they're the guys that are powering this exchange now, and they're going to make it easy to blend the Visa, the crypto, and all that for Canada right at a Calgary head office. So that's exciting times, and what you guys have here is actually very revolutionary. And I'll tell you more, people have already said they were going to do this in Canada, and they haven't done it, and the reason being is because the risk that's written into the large banks don't allow it. So Bank of Montreal can't make a move like this to be able to power this kind of thing. DC Bank can. And these guys are smart guys for getting in bed with them. So how did you make that marriage there? Who brought DC Bank to the party?
That would be Jeff. He would be,
Okay, cool. Your partner in there?
The founder
of Bitvo?
the founder of DC Bank.
Okay, so he wanted this.
Yeah, like he got into crypto on his own, just trading like we all are.
I met Jeff a bunch of times.
Yeah, and he's just trading. I know he got like a bunch of miners in the back of his property, and he's like, this stuff is so awesome. Why don't I just start up a crypto? I'm already in banking. So this is kind of a niche where we fit as we move into like the mainstream of crypto, as opposed to more less of like a speculative bubble, I guess.
How many ATMs for DC around the country right now?
I think there was 16,000 before they sold them.
And how long before they're going to be Bitcoin enabled?
No idea, because those are CAD-M now. DC Payments sold their ATMs to Cardtronics.
Okay.
And then he kept the bank as DC Bank, and then now we also are well, I guess we're a separate entity, but we're partnered with DC Bank. But that's where our competitive advantage comes here from the short term. And at the same, like we have an institutional page, but we really kind of understand that a lot of people just want to buy $100 or $200 or $300 of Bitcoin. So our front-facing site is really kind of, I guess, retail friendly.
Are these all real people?
Yep. in the office. I just started there about 2 months ago, so I'm not on there.
Oh, they don't let me down.
This is in Calgary?
Yes, we're on Barlow Trail.
Nice. Okay, cool. See what happens in Calgary, ladies and gentlemen? You see this stuff now? Told you, Kev. We're sitting in a city of people that are making shit happen out here. And all those other peeps that were yapping before and talking all that, I told you they didn't know what they were talking about. Because this is the kind of thing that, again, they call us, they're like, hey, we have this thing, can we come down and tell you guys about it? Absolutely, right? Let's hear about it. So really, why do we want to be involved? Are we going to be able to buy Bitcoin through you, and that's the idea then?
Yep.
And just Bitcoin for today?
Nope, so just Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Dash. I think we're going to add Ripple soon.
Okay.
But sticking with the large ones just as where that sits in the market.
Someone today on the Telegram said something about NDAX and you guys. Are you the same company using their back end or the same software? What are you doing there?
It might be. We use a company called AlphaPoint to build the back office.
AlphaPoint, yes.
And the reporting, but apart from that, everything else is separate. It's just they run the back office of the exchange.
Gotcha. So it's not the same company whatsoever, and that's a good thing to point out.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. And then, so if we register with you guys, what happens next? Is you take our information, you take your driver's license. What do you need to know about us?
I think you have to put your driver's license. Well, not have to, but there's one piece of ID you need to just sign in. It's really quick.
Okay.
You can do it in like 5 minutes here.
Let's talk about values too. So if I put my driver's license in, we're not going to do that tonight. If I put my driver's license in, can I do 25 grand right away, or do you need more from me after this?
I think you can. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I think you all. The chances are, if the toy was a large amount like that, our systems would flag it, and we would have to manually approve it, and we would talk to you personally before we would approve something over $5,000.
Okay, that's
Just
what I want
just
for
for
ceilings. Yeah.
just for because all these things we're talking about KYC stuff and just being careful.
Anti-money
Well,
laundering.
we have to know the
and-
limitations and all that.
Yeah.
Is there an affiliate program?
I guess soon.
Okay.
We're so new, but
Oh, yeah, you'll need one.
Because
Because then we can market it
Yeah.
and create commissions. And how they're doing is they split the fees.
Yeah.
So if there's a fee, then the affiliate gets like half the fee with the company
Right,
for
right.
the first year
Yeah.
or something to this
Yeah.
effect, right?
I'm sure we're totally open to that.
Okay, cool.
And I'm starting to put out research now because I have a background in research, but it's not. There's only so much you can do for fundamental research, so it's more so of a trading update, and that goes out to your email or subscriber list.
We'd like you to come back with your research because we don't have enough, and bring us some stuff next time, okay? So you're new tonight,
Okay.
but in the future, do your job, come back with some cool stuff and show us all.
Oh, we'll bring
Because
tea.
we'll be here every Thursday, and you can bring some some stuff to
Okay,
the party, right?
absolutely. I look forward to it. Yeah.
And do you have business cards or anything tonight?
I do.
Just leave them up here,
Okay.
and then people can come up and grab them after.
Yeah.
Questions, go ahead.
Banking, company, you exchange that dealing with. Like,
So I think ATB for our US dollars, and then BMO for the rest of CAD.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what kind of volume are you looking to get up per month on exchange crypto?
I mean, ideally, we want to go as much as the Canadian market as we can, right? But I guess we want to do it properly.
Yeah.
We want to do it with people that like understand and kind of not. There's so much in Bitcoin now or in cryptos that it's great, but it's got to be done right as we move into the next stage of cryptocurrencies away from like this genesis of speculation.
Okay. But do you have like an actual dollar value that you have in gold that you're towards?
I think we would like to get up to $10 million, but that's aggressive from a starting out basis.
Oh, yeah. Like maybe after a year or something you might get there?
Yeah.
That's good.
But we built the system and we've been ironing all the bugs, and we're just trying to get out to meet the community and kind of press to meet all you guys.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming tonight. Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks for having me.
Appreciate it big time, Brett. We've got cards up here for him, and we're going to keep moving. We're going to get Roger up here next. So just got a round of applause, everybody. He's getting sweaty up.
I'll give him a little rundown maybe first.
Just want to get it queued up. Make sure it works. Okay. It's actually quite short. It's only 8 seconds. So the concierge coin, and then what do we got here? You got another document? I'll pull that up.
Go. Hey guys. Yeah, so I've been in the masternodes for a while, and cryptocurrency in general. And a while here is only 8 months. Actually, it's almost been a year.
Yeah, it's a few
It's
months.
almost been a year since I really got involved, and then October, I think I got more involved, and then in December I met up with Jim. Anyway, so I've been in the masternode world, which is a pretty crazy world of passive income. That's obviously piqued my interest, and I've been on one side of the fence, which is buying in projects, vetting them, doing my research, finding out what it is, does it have a real utility, is it a good project, applying that like I did with ICOs, then going back and realizing even the really good projects that had a lot of money, big websites, big spends, real people showing their faces, they still weren't making even really money, but they had a big long-term goal, long-term utility that's drawn out, takes a long time, but it still wasn't making the money. Then I realized there's other projects on there, you were making mad money with a utility that nobody even talked about. Didn't really matter. As long as you get on the exchange and made people money in a short period of time, developers would pump it up and then they'd be gone. And if you made money, great. If you didn't. That went on for a while. You make money, and then you obviously want to get into something that's a little bit more making money and has a real utility. So anyways, long story short, I finally decided, after all the people that I got involved with from around the world, which is another funny thing, the fact that I'm dealing with a couple guys from South Africa and a guy from Australia. Those are my teammates. Never met them, but we're doing business together. Anyway, I've decided to start our own project. So after knowing how everything works, the inner workings, the exchange, the only thing I really didn't know was blockchain development and getting all that side of it done, which there is a lot of work to putting a project together. Hiring mods in the room, getting them on point, getting all your web development. I'm going to be talking to Jan tonight about a bunch of other things on the web side of it, graphics. It's a lot to get it to launch, and then you get people involved, and then once the industry is down, market timing is everything.
Yeah.
So people have been screwed over. People are tight with their money. BTC's down. There's a lot of things that are just like you're in the wrong part of the market. Things are just coming around, and things are going well now. But also you got to get trust of people, and they've seen a million scams and a million things going on. We come in here and try to tell people why buy your coin, why is it? And you invite people in there, and they're going to tear it apart. They want to see gold instantly. So long story short, you have to be instantly prepared for all this. So I launched it 3 days ago, and in the Discord, we're giving our coins out to the guys. And if anybody wants, they can talk to me after. It's still in pre-sale. We sold almost, got 30 nodes, 3 different phases, and we almost sold about 60-70% of them in a little over 24 hours. So, kudos, Roger.
Good job.
Anyways, it's pretty good, especially in this marketplace. Jan's buying one, just doesn't know about it yet. So, anyways, want to talk to you about that after. If there's any nodes left, we can get you guys in there. But we launch, we get our coins distributed on Sunday, and then we're on the Crypto Bridge exchange platform, which we fast listed and paid out of our pocket, which is another big selling feature. Nobody does that. People usually crowdfund and raise money, ICOs, until they get a certain number in their head on the project, and then they use that money. We decided to pay out of pocket for everything, our web developer, all the exchange listing and fast list and everything, and then pre-sale. So that was a big selling feature, and investors love that. Show them the proof of the transactions. So anyways, give you guys a little idea about it. I'll probably end up talking to your friend here because things about our coin that we want to do as far as building a web platform, building a platform on it. We're going to specialize in the hospitality industry. I'll show you the website. But, yeah, kind of a peer-to-peer system. We're in the talks of developing a mobile app right now for Android and Apple. And what we want to do is create a nice platform. Kind of the things with the debit card. A few different twists we're looking at doing. And these are all in our roadmap down the road. So these are utilities. If things go well, we'll fulfill all our promises to our investors.
Did you sign me up on this one? On that Discord with my account or something? I don't see it in my list.
I never signed you up. I signed up mine.
It's an unpayment plan, Discord boss. Can't get in there. Whatever.
Discord is fantastic for anybody who isn't using Discord already.
It's the Bible.
It's amazing. Discord.
Like Telegram, everybody has Telegram here, but Telegram is like for the altcoins and stuff like that, and that doing. It's just an old gaming platform before cryptocurrency was ever around.
Gaming
Gamers
culture,
use this.
Yes.
And then cryptocurrency just basically took it over.
Wow.
Like, it's anybody that's in there, it's such a weird world. You're traditional banking. I work down in Bankers Hall. I work with all the bankers. I'm in oil and gas. But it's just mind-blowing what we do, what I do on a daily basis. I try to explain to someone, and it's insane. In a chat room, talking to people by the minute about investing, like, hey, pump the coin up, hey, pip pump, yeah, I just sold another. Like, it's just like kids, but these are like, and there's a lot of money.
What's the channel for Concierge Coin?
Yeah.
So, Roger, is this like a packaged investment product, almost like a mutual fund?
This?
Yeah, like for the value of the nodes, for the value of the master nodes.
Does anyone know what it is?
Just give me a sec.
Find or start for channels or DMs. What's the name of it?
Check.
Server settings, top one. That doesn't help. All your links are shit. None of them work. Even your website one doesn't work.
Grab the one I just posted on Facebook before we
Where?
jumped in. On my Facebook, if
Was
you
it a
want.
website link?
It was the Discord link. Invite to Discord. I just sent it out before we started.
Well, no, the concierge link that you wrote to the email doesn't work at all. What's the website? It says .io, so we can't pull it up.
No,
What?
.net.
.net.
Conciergecoin.net. Let's pull that up.
Yeah, so I guess, and really Masternodes with the passive income, there could be classified as security, but we don't really want to do that or say that word.
Fair enough. Sorry. But I mean, it is.
Anything that's creating a passive income, or you're investing in, you're getting a yield and a return.
Okay.
But like I said, we don't want to talk about that. Ex-bankers in the room.
Top one.
It's honestly, in my experience with this space, you're better off with all your tax planning. You're better off with all your with your disclosures in general. Just to call a spade a spade. If it is an investment and it's a security, just call it that.
So in a nutshell, it's been an exciting road to get just to get here, to get into this space, and then you take the jump to be on the other side from investing to now owning my project and being on a developer
I
side.
posted and double your Bitcoin.
Seeing how a blockchain developer works, puts this all
Sorry,
together.
You guys gotta be more prepared for this.
Right there.
Okay. So
I
that's
could be
what
more
I'm saying.
prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the Discord thing?
Scroll.
I was talking about it. I want to pull it up. That's all I want to do.
Show everybody the Discord?
Yeah, just so I can show them.
Well, I'll just go through the thing and then I'll show you. So I can show people the website. Discord's just what you guys chat back and forth.
Okay, so it's no point in showing that then.
I can show it.
Okay, so here's the concierge point website. There you go.
So here it is in a nutshell. And up the top, you know, you got home, you got your rewards, go through wallets, you got a web wallet, or
Why does anyone care? Like, what's the point of this thing? What the hell is the whole concierge about anyway?
peer-to-peer system. It's when it's going to take off, and they're going to buy. I'm going to tell you too. That's a great question. On two sides of it, I'm just going to be really honest about it. There's two sides to this. A lot of people come in here originally investing, like I was telling you, these Bitcoins that have a really good utility, long-term purpose, but they're drawn out. People are not making money. Their coin's worth nothing, and they're throwing all this money at trying to build a big utility. People in here want to make money. When this coin hits the exchange, people are going to make money. It's going to be worth $4 or $5, $6, $7 a coin. It could be, you know, it could be very profitable. I'm pretty sure it's going to be very profitable. Then usually what you do, you go through your roadmap and what you really want to do. And the things that, you know, and we're not in full control either. As an as the owner, I can only do so much. If I get all these people that invest, that's why it's key to have good investors. People that are going to hold your coin and believe in it. You get a bunch of dummies on there, they dump a coin on the exchange, they drive the price down. I can't control that. We can do a little bit of, you know, with buying and selling some of our own coins and stuff like that, personal stuff, but we can't stop the investors, and they can drive the price down to nothing. So you have to be taking. It's an art and a science. Developing. This is the biggest thing here. Developing your, and this is a mathematical art. Developing your reward structure. People go there first. Look at it. How is this coin structured? So you know, you start here and start a little. We're in the process of redoing a lot of this and getting it a little bit sharper. This was our first website, and coming in here and seeing there were no blocks here from 200,000 to 2. You know, they're going to give rewards to back to the stakers and to the masternode holders, and these are the totals. So you know, these are not big numbers. 2, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Did I miss something? What is it?
These are the rewards. So
I
you
know, but the concierge coin, what is
the utility of it?
Yeah.
The utility is right here. The coin is a form of payment. So we're going to specialize in trying to target down the hospitality. That's what our platform is going to be based on, and we're targeting is the hospitality industry. And the concierge coin is a form of payment. Your cryptocurrency right on your phone, instant transactions with a very minimum fee. That is our utility. In the first few stages, it'll be more trading on the platform and getting the coin's value there for our investors. And having a reward structure, there's two different things, right? That you're getting on there and it's being traded. Then you get a utility. That's the progression of the project. You start reaching all your roadmaps. Investors are happy when they see that. They want to see bits and pieces. You're going to drip feeding your investors, if you want to say, with different stages of your project.
So the real world case is to be able to make payments, like
Same thing they're
down the
kind of
road
doing.
buying groceries. Like it's
There's a
solution.
anything.
Like it's
Anything.
not like instant payments, and then the reward structure's built so that it avoids
It's
the
not
pump and
as
dump
easy as you
scheme.
think. Like a big company like Litecoin, like LightPay, they came out with.
Yeah.
It's a huge company. They're structured perfect. They got all the backing. They've got everything. The government light payment is going to change the world. To get mass adoption of this is tough.
Well, it's already changing in like these like Venezuela and South America, where all these currencies are like dying and like. Have you seen Dash volumes? Like they're just like whipping your face up.
Dash is the cryptocurrency for the weed industry. That's a big one too because nobody wants to carry cash. And they're interconnected down there, so that the different states are like different countries almost in the U.S. So you cannot take money from one place to the other. They got sea cans full of money from these dispensaries and stuff. They want to come in there and make Dash their official payment. So everything's going to be with cryptocurrency, which is a phenomenal. It's a phenomenal niche. It's getting the niche. You know, are we going to get there? I don't know. I'm not thinking that far ahead.
The whole project hinges on getting participants in the hospitality industry to accept concierge play.
They could, like big resorts, all those places. That's
Holiday Inn kind of idea.
That's our niche is what it's going to be. But there's a lot of different options to do that. And then obviously the first thing, which we're still going back to banking, because we're just telling people here's the fiat and here's your bank card. So really you're paying with a bank card, but it just kind of somebody in between is transaction, the cryptocurrency thing. And down the road we want to be actually accepting Bitcoin. We want to actually be accepting it directly. So we've got a long ways to go, and this is kind of covering it in between, to be honest. But yeah, I'd love to sit down and talk more about it, getting maybe some ideas on how your cards are working. I forget the name of maybe you've heard of these. They're one of the top security for the card itself. BitGo.
Haven't heard of them.
So BitGo is the #1 name in global transcender in cryptocurrency for security. So they're the ones that are going to be design and customize our platform would be by them. BitGo. Take a look at it. So yeah, it's very exciting for me to come and just being here in a few months and then jumping to go on this side. And there's a lot of pressure when you're investing in a project. I'm doing things very well because I've been on the other side and I've asked all these guys the questions. And it is a whole different world there. Even you're asking them like, who's on the team? And they're gonna show their faces. How much pre-mine do you have? Who holds the pre-mine? Are you staking the pre-mine? What's your reward structure like? Is it sustainable? Is this a quick money grab? And you just basically go through a checklist of things that I've created to see if the project is worthwhile or not. And after doing that so many times, and even doing that, me and Corey have been in projects where like, damn, they're good. These guys from Turkey, these developers, but they're like, everything I'm doing, which is kind of hard if you're a developer, they have no business sense, but they're just tech nuts. They can whip one of these projects up, a mobile wallet app, pretend it looks good. You wouldn't know the difference. Oh my God, they're going to do all this? They promise it's amazing. But they've done this 1,000 times. They got your money, and then they're never hitting the exchange, and then they're bought. They just go, you know what, we didn't make it, we got 30 nodes we wanted to sell, we only sold 4. They're not going to spend any money at all. And they made it apparent. And then we catch on, and then you ask a couple, then they're gone. Everything's closed up, and they're gone with your money, and there's nothing you can do. And then they even get the friend to come in and pretend that he's taken over the project, and all of a sudden he's got all the codes and the pre-mine, the other guy took off. It's the same guy.
Oh my God.
The same guy.
That's ridiculous.
I caught it.
Yeah.
I said same guy, pardon my language. Anyways, it's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. So I know Jacob in here and he sees that I got Castle Coin and all that, like,
That's it.
don't buy that coin.
Interesting point. Bitcoin is about trust. Bitcoin is about trusted
That's true.
system.
Yeah.
So that people who don't trust each other can participate on a system that they trust. And so like this whole concept has so many branches of like how do we establish trust and what can we actually trust?
Yeah.
The issue with the SEO is always the disclaimer. Whenever I see a new white paper or a new ICO come out, first thing I read is disclaimer right away, and they always say this token is nothing. We owe you nothing. You own nothing. It's
It's just a token. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, so how am I going to trust this?
It's the
Or
same
why would I
value
trust
as
it?
Lego.
Just about.
Except you can hold Lego.
So yeah, I can't stress enough. It's a crazy one. I said this from the beginning that if you don't know what you're doing, do not get into this heavy.
I thought that what you were going to do with this is offer a portal for people to invest in the masternodes that you have some expertise with. Because I know that you have some expertise with picking masternodes that offer a decent return. Because I know that you have taken a lot of time to study the space enough to know the difference between a good project and a bad project.
Oh, I know now.
So that's not what this is.
What? A good project or a bad
Yeah,
project?
this is not about masternodes at all.
This is all masternodes.
It is about masternodes.
Yeah, this is deep. I don't do anything but masternodes now. People ask about altcoins, and I go, altcoin what?
So part of the value driver for Plus Here's Coin is.
So this
an
is the
investment
utility I'm talking
into
about.
A suite of masternodes.
There's two different things. There's what we're talking about here, and this is what utility is. Sometimes the utility actually gets lost in the project. But this is definitely a masternode. When I say pre-sale, I'm selling nodes. Our coins are 1,000 coins. Take 1,000 coins, lock it into a masternode, use it to secure transactions, stabilize our network. That's why people do it's nice. But also, we will give people rewards. That's why I was going back to the reward structure. Some guys, like that Castle one, Castle coin, he's talking about on there, every 2 seconds. That's a bad reward structure. That is not sustainable. You can't give somebody a reward every 5 seconds. The coin's not worth anything because there's, no offense to that particular project. I'm just saying that's what you don't want. So what I meticulously created a reward structure. You want to give, that was working great.
It wasn't on at all. You were just
No?
yelling. Yeah.
It wasn't?
No, that was just your voice carrying.
Stop. It wasn't on at all?
No.
But you're doing a great job.
Yeah, man, drop the mic.
Yeah.
Speak.
And now I'm nervous. Okay, so yeah, 1,000 the reward structure. So you want to, and it takes a lot of projects to realize like, oh, this is too much. Oh shit, they got too many coins. Oh, people are carrying too many coins. Oh, it's not worth anything, or people's gonna dump. You give somebody, if I give you $100, this is basic. I give you $100, okay, and then I'm gonna give you $10 every day. They're like, this is fucking awesome. And then the 10th day, you got doubled your money. So normal investor would go, would say, I'm still paying $100. I want $100 for my extra $100. I'm not gonna take that and sell it for $9. I want $100. But it's basically in terms free money. If I gave you $100 and I give you another $100, you get a free $100. So not the best way to think about it, but in light it is. So people on these projects are like, sell for anything. And then the guys that drive the price right down. So you have to be careful how much you give someone. But if you give me $100 and I give you 50 cents a day, you're going to value that 50 cents. And you're going to go, I'm going to get another 50 cents tomorrow, and another 50 cents tomorrow, and another 50 cents tomorrow. And then I hit the exchange. Well, you're really not going to sell much because you're not only getting 50 cents tomorrow.
Well, at that rate, you get 175 a year, roughly.
Yeah.
Calculator over here. But you get what I'm saying? And there's a big difference. Masternodes is a huge industry and it's huge right now. Masternodes is going to be the new age mining. Basically what it is. In a nutshell.
What's the algorithm? It's
This one? This is Quark. Our algorithm that we chose. Pardon?
The algorithm and the
Algorithm?
Yeah.
This for ours is Quark. I can tell you after I give you some information on it. And it's not an ERC20 token.
What's it based on?
What?
What is it?
It's on the Quark network. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew you were going to answer that question, so I asked some guys what it meant. So I'm like, why did a developer pick that, and why is it different? And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't an ERC20 token because I wasn't sure.
Quark?
Yeah. QUAR.
Oh, Quark.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, anyways,
Well, I'm
I won't
proud of
bore you
you.
with all the details.
I wanted to say that I'm proud of you for going after this project.
Yes,
I'm
I
wishing you
paid
good
for
luck.
the phone for it.
I didn't mean to say your website was bad. I just couldn't get to the link. Just wanted to
You said
clarify
it
that.
sucked.
No, I said shit.
Shit.
But the link was shit. But the website's actually decent. Because you were telling me earlier you needed a new one, but I'm just saying it's not bad.
There is. I'm going to show you one more before you
I'm
go.
proud of you
gonna
guys
show
for putting all this together like you have. Just saying the real words here. You've done your thing. I'm still not clear why we need it, but if you guys are going after the hotel, hospitality industry and try to make like this integrated payment coin aspect, then I get your angle. Does everyone understand that angle? Yeah? Yes?
And I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't design this in the first place. Well, you know what? We're going to change the world to this. I wanted to make money. I wanted to create something that the investors make money, that it has longevity, and just do things right.
It sounds like capitalism. You should have called the coin the capitalism.
Everything that went wrong and everybody that's been scammed and all that, we want to do everything that went right.
Did that not sound like a capitalism coin to you guys?
I can change it.
I think you should.
It's a CCC, so we could change the Canadian capitalism coin. That is it. It's the ticker is CCC.
Well, the way you describe it and the way
I
you're
don't know, I
talking
see
about it,
two-
it doesn't
I see
sound
two value
it doesn't
drivers
sound
here.
so lovely.
And
to
nobody gets a vote.
hospitality as much as it does to this, right?
Anyways, I'm happy with it, and I'm gonna strive to do even more with it. Like I've talked to my team today, things are going very well. I don't know if they thought it was gonna go this well, but we're very structured well. I'm basically project managing the whole thing, so I'm trying to keep it. I'm not a web designer, but and this is much more crisp on like an HD TV. It's like, anyways, we're gonna do a lot more things with it.
No one cares
There's
about
the
that stuff.
specs.
Can I tell you something? No one cares about the graphics.
Oh no, yes,
No one cares
oh,
about
yeah.
some of these other things. What we all care about is what's the coin doing? How do we get involved? Why do we need to get involved? You need to answer these like the top 5 W's, right? Just like a book.
5 people came to me
Right.
today that are serious investors in the
Yeah.
Mastermind Workshop, and they said your website needs shit.
Okay,
It
that's
needs to
fine.
be crisp,
But again,
HD,
don't worry
and
about all
pop.
that. You have to answer the 5 things to everyone. Everyone right in this room right now is like a critic. They're all like, it's like you're on the chef table and you're like, look at my new idea, look at my new recipe, look at my new menu, everybody. And we're all looking at it going, okay, well, explain it to us. Tell us the 5 W's so we get what you're trying to tell us right now. So like, focus on that even right now before you close off here.
But
So,
like
so
you
I'm
said-
going to ask the questions, you're going to be the answer, so I'll be the interview. We're going to pretend we're doing fireside chat here without the fire. Okay, awesome job on the project, Roger. First question from the whole gang here is, what does it do?
Solves a payment problem.
Okay, how does it do that? Is it got a faster speed? Is it faster than, like you say, you're using work as a main
seamless transactions with little fees.
Okay, okay.
There's the
Little to no
scalability.
fees. So we've heard this
Scalability,
before.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So where is the focus? Another W for you. Where is the focus of this coin?
Hospitality industry.
Okay,
Which is
hospitality
a
industry.
multi-billion-dollar industry.
Airbnb?
Could be.
Hotels.
I'm not gonna go that descriptive.
Okay.
Okay. And then, where can we get it? Like, how do we acquire this coin? Where is it bought? Is it on
Right
Cryptopia? Where
now,
is
it is in pre-sale. You can contact me, go in Discord, and bring up our thing, and you contact me, and I'll let you know we're in phase. The 1 masternode left in phase 2 at 0.4, and we're selling 10 at phase 0.5.
And when people are excited about a project, they're selling stuff. They're excited. People are getting on board. And I want to say this: sometimes people get on board because of the excitement, because opportunities are rare, and they think it's amazing. But why would I want to get on board? Why would Corey over there want to get on board?
Here's why you want to get on
Why would
board.
the shrewd investor want to get on board?
Back to
not just the regular.
not even worry about this. Let me ask you a question like everybody wants to know. Can you close that door? Just
Close it.
money.
Okay, sit back. That's why we had to call this thing the capitalism coin.
Money.
Okay, like I don't know.
So
I
I brought into this project. I'm gonna give you guys a little glimpse of probably one of the best masternode projects on, and it's all money. Don't get it wrong. You're all in this to invest.
And we are though, and we are.
It's
The
nice.
capitalists in this room are so.
There's the full rewards structure.
We understand.
So anyway, yeah, this is all you guys know here. Here's what you're looking for: like the block number, the block reward, the staking rewards. Right here, it's 2. The block staking reward is 2.
I think we all understand that you're not giving away the farm, and you're giving away incremental growth because you want to keep a sustainable coin.
So
we get that.
You buy in at 0.3 or 0.4, and by the time you hit the exchange, it's worth 1.2 Bitcoin in 7 days. Is that a good return on your investment? I bought in this project LGS. It's by one of those famous web developers in Poland. He did one project called LPC. They're actually getting monster exposure all over. This new project just got featured on Fox. I was the first investor in, and I missed on the I was the big whale on LPC. I bought 6 nodes. I would have had 50 or 60 Bitcoin right now in 3 months. That's what I would have made profit, and still had my nodes, a bunch of nodes, and still making money.
Hold on.
Didn't
hold
like.
On, hold on. What a whoa.
Didn't like what I saw.
What
with
is
this.
why?
Just let me finish, Jan.
I want to know why though. You would
I'm
have.
gonna tell you. You're like
Okay, good. I'm excited right now.
Didn't like what I saw. Didn't understand the fake space totally, but I made the right decisions. The guys was pumping and making fake volume. There's a bunch of things I didn't like. Wash trading, they call it. When you wash trade.
Yeah,
It's
one
famous.
bullet to another, left hand to the right hand.
Yeah,
by the same
and he's
person.
good. He is the best.
Oh wow.
But I'm like,
See.
I'm like, I didn't like it, so I cashed out.
Yeah.
And that project, I actually bought, long story short, I bought back in now. But I cashed out, but I can't make the money I had. I bought back in, but I could have made 50 or 60 Bitcoin. I figured it out. And then he found out, he was, you still have a position? I'm like, no. He was pissed. Long story short, this new project was called LGS, the Logic Coin. He stepped his game up from this crappy little website now, state of the art 3D. You know, we're talking three Bitcoin to make a website, maybe more of this caliber. LGS, pull it up. LGS coin.
Okay.
Anyway, right now I bought in, so I gotta get a friend of mine to contact the developers. I couldn't chance and he would be still mad at me for cashing out of my position.
Wow.
And then he goes, tell Rizzo, that's my name on Discord. He goes, tell Rizzo I got a node waiting for him, no hard feelings.
Cool.
So I didn't have a lot of the time. I cashed. I got like 3 Bitcoin together. Bought 7 nodes. Me and my friend. For point, it was point. I can't remember. Oh, 0.5. 0.5 first phase was another thing. 0.5 was a lot of money in this marketplace right now after all the scams, the downturn. Second phase is 0.75, and 1 Bitcoin for his third phase. This is the only guy that can ask for that kind of money. Doesn't even matter what your utility is. Doesn't matter what you know. People just bought it because of his name. Because you would have made 50 Bitcoin last time. So anyways, I bought as many as I could for 0.5, and I've quadrupled my money 3 days later as soon as I hit the exchange. Now I'm still, with that money still there, and I'm continuing to make it every day.
That's awesome.
Making like $2,000 a day American right now.
That's what I wanted to hear from you, Roger. Honestly, like,
Now, do you want to buy into my project?
if Concierge
There you
Coin
go.
was a way for
Better
people
than
who
last
don't
week.
put the time
They
in,
want to
that
hear
you
the
do.
truth.
Yeah.
But more than that, he's lost some money too. Like he went.
Yeah, but why-
Let me say this to you. The way,
Gamblers never talk about their losses.
okay, that's fine. But the way he's talking right now, I gotta say this too. You guys don't even understand what he he went inside the Discord software, and he like a mole. He is molded around through all the software and all these little groups of people inside the Masternode space, and made a name for himself inside Discord. Nowhere else in the world. Like he's inside Discord with these companies and with these opportunities. And guys and girls, it doesn't really exist outside of that. It's like such an internal community.
You mentioned
And what-
bankers going in there
And what he's
talking.
showing you is how powerful that is. He jumped into that community and he hangs out in there and he's made it his baby. And a lot of people don't have the time or the patience.
I
to
don't
do
have
that.
the time.
I know you don't.
Let me rephrase this. I did all this, and I'm a full-time, proud father. My little boy Maxwell. I spend day and night with them, and I work a full-time job at CNRL, but very demanding. I manage 175 manufacturers around the world, and I do this in my spare time.
Wow.
I'm at the print copy machine like this, so we're talking to this guy in Egypt, giving him price points of the coin. Okay, and run it back and then do it. You know, put my tie on, and it's Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, man. It's crazy.
Wow.
Someday my goal is to get rid of the CNRL job. It's a good job, great company, but this is energy and I like it. This is where the world is going, like you said. To be a part of it here, Jan's
So
always
how
the
many
same.
months did it take you to get inside like a mole? Inside the game. It's almost like you're inside with all these guys.
First coin I ever bought was, we got happy about, was Ripple. I bought it, my buddy bought, one of my vendors goes, you want to buy Ripple?
What price?
How long in the Masternode? How long did it take you to get in the Masternode?
I bought it, 20 cents. No, 7 cents he offered to me and I said, no, never heard of it. I bought it at 20 cents.
Okay.
And then I lost my passwords. I went to of all the coins, and then I locked myself out of my account. Went home to New Brunswick, and it hit $3. Like fucking sell! By the time I got home, it was down to 80 cents or something. By the time I got back from New Brunswick, I got lots of stories. Crypto's a crazy space. Crypto's like a
Wild West, man.
So, but you're
So-
going there. Why?
like a story you hear in Thailand and Ladyboys. I'll tell you some crazy stories. This is close. Okay,
So-
here we go. This, you guys want to get into this? So this is 311 a day. That's off.
$2,000 a week, 9,000 a month. And how long has it been steady like this?
Since it started, it's gone up.
Oh, really?
But yes.
So it's not one of these shit coins that keeps
I
going
told you
down.
this is the best. I told you guys. When this came on, I said, this is the coin.
Scroll down,
This
Jen.
is the one.
Trevor's been waiting for a real good tip.
Jen.
So Logic
This
Coin-
is the best Masternode in the marketplace by a landslide.
See
Well, it
that
takes
graph?
$12,000 to get in though.
See the graph?
And I bought in for 0.5, and now it's 1.6, so tripled, and then some.
Tripled.
So $3,500, and now it's worth
Did you get
just
some,
under
Corey?
12K.
Are you in LGS?
No.
No, you missed that one too?
That none of mine look like that.
See,
yet.
if I had
Yeah.
do this full time,
Yeah.
imagine what
Mine,
like I said, I'm doing this at
that
the
is a
photocopy
very
machine.
good
The
fucking
graph is
graph.
amazing because most of these shit coins don't even have a graph anywhere like this. So graph 101 basics, you can see the lift here, ladies and gentlemen. It started way down here, okay, like 7.2, 7.25 out of 13. It's got some measure here. Dropped down around 6, and now we're way up here at 12 already. So it's maximized itself. It's doubled its value just in its trajectory
guys,
and its performance.
This is the difference between okay website and one of the best websites I've seen. And it doesn't even do it justice because I'll let you go through it. So, just like the graphics, spot on. He made millions and millions of LGS. LGS is still the second biggest project in all the masternodes. He came up with a sister company. They said, "Oh my God, but they're going to dump the other one and they're going to take on this one." No, he goes. I can text him right away and ask him all these technical questions. No, I'm running them in parallel, and they're going to have a synergy. One's a payment coin. This is a logistics coin. I'm going to use the other one as a payment service. LPC. It's all check it out. It's huge. All down the states are closing deals now. It's going to be yes. They're interconnected together. I bought in back into LPC on a dip at like 5, and now it's at like 10. So I doubled my money. I bought a bunch of this coin that I had here, and then I sold all the rewards, and on a dip, and doubled them again. Stuff like that. I don't do the day trading very often, but when I see a big dip, I'm like, done. So yeah, I've made probably 5 or 6 Bitcoin in the last week or 2. Wow. So, and I'm just getting started. My project here, I'm telling you, it's going to be good. We've got a lot of hype, and we've got a lot of good guys. If you've got anybody here who's on Discord, come into the CCC, get a hold of Corey, he'll help you guys get in there, and just have a look. And if you want to buy a Masternode from me and try it out, no promises or anything, but I'm telling you, I did things right, and I guarantee you, if you know how to trade it all on the exchange, look at this website. The way it's restructured, we're going to make money.
Fixed a lot of problems. I've never seen a Discord that's this busy, and yeah, selling that many nodes.
So what?
Resale 24 hours.
Is the guy? Is this the guy that's most popular?
No, he's not on there. This guy's in some basement in his mother's house somewhere. 4 or 5 laptops going on.
Ghostwriter.
Wow. But this is another thing. Like, oh yeah, you don't know me if you go into my Discord room because nobody knows me as Roger. Okay. Because we put it in a road. I know it sounds crazy, but like you have like I said, if it doesn't go well, do I want to lose my reputation in Discord? So usually a lot of guys do a project and then after a few weeks they disclose their identities because you don't want people dumping on the chain, people blaming you, and then your name's mud. Back to another thing crazy. You mean you're going to invest in the guy has no picture, no name, no LinkedIn, his name's Bob, SpongeBob, and he has an icon, and you're going to give him money? Are you crazy? So these guys on here have, like a board of directors, a finance guy, and they disclose all the pictures and all the names. That's the difference between a world-class project. They're putting it online because they know they're going to be successful because they're walking in, they've already done it, they have the number 1 Masternode project in the market. Now they just made the one that surpassed their own. So that's a little different.
What's the new name?
Just want to let you guys know the difference between world-class and almost world-class.
What's the name of the new project?
This is it. LGS. The old one was LPC.
Okay.
Just remember those 2 names. And if anyone wants to get a hold of me, Jen has a card for me. Reach out to me. I would definitely want to go to coffee with you. Meet some of those girls. People in your office.
So what makes you think years ago it was going to jump up that much in this market in a week or whatever?
I know it is. Because of the way it's designed. And there's little tricks of the trade to help your project get up. We have a free line. We can sell some coins on the market to keep our price afloat. If anybody's stupid and starts dumping, there's little things that you can do. The pre-mine, by the way, is your coins you have put away that we are in control of. We can sell them to pay for future investment in the project. We need to development things down. But it's blockchain, so people watch everything. Everything's disclosed. If I send $10 out of a certain account, Corey could go, I saw $10 come out of the company business account. I saw you guys move 100 coins out of your pre-mine. Are you selling that? What are you guys using it for? So if someone's following it, there's always a guy in the project that's always asking a million questions. So you have to do everything properly. That's how it is, because it's blockchain. Everything's reportable.
How much is an Masternode then right now?
Right now I have one left at 0.4, and we're selling 10 at 0.5, and that's it. So we don't add 30 nodes. He's almost sold out. were sold 60% or whatever in 24 hours. So, and I might have some sold here. I got one saved for Jan. But yeah, so it's the coin thing. And the thing about what I did, people get coins usually at different stages. I said no, we're getting everybody's getting the coins at the same time, and we timed it with the blockchain. So the blockchain, like I was showing you, the reward structure.
Yep.
When you have a reward structure, everybody gets one coin, and you know, it's not 1 coin a day. That's a 1 coin every 60 seconds, or every coin every, depending on how your blocks. But yeah, the big blocks hit, and then we go from.
2 coins every couple minutes to 15, 16, 17. 17 seems to be the high point.
And then it goes down.
Yep.
And that's the total. That's not what you get. Because part 1.6 and 2, so you get 1.6. So then 1.6 jumps to 4, which is, but these are low. These are very low rewards. In LGS, it's, you got my first reward, it was 0.7. I'm like, 0.7? That's what I mean. It takes all, like, every now it's gone up, it's 1.6. That castle one, you're getting 40 every 5 seconds. So, I mean, the coin is, you don't, it's oh, another coin, oh, I got another 100, I got another 400, I got 100,000. No value there.
12,000 a day after 2 weeks before we hit the exchange.
That is where you're gonna get the value. Value of the coin. When we open the exchange, nobody will have enough coins to dump. That's the key. So the key to trading on there, if you have a lot of excess, like I said, you're not gonna give your 50 cents away. You're not gonna throw it on the exchange, and you're sure as hell ain't gonna sell it for 30 cents or 20 cents. You want 50 cents.
You're in the
minimum.
You're in the mindset, hey? I'm standing back here and I'm so like just enthused about the mindset right now. Like you guys are listening. There's different people at different stages of crypto in this room right now and doing different projects.
Yeah,
looking and listening to you. No, it's not at all. We're loving this. We're loving it.
I'm just being completely honest.
But I love it because I'm hearing you say all these things. I'm just like, wow, this guy. He's just so aggressive on the capitalism on this thing. So what
CCC, that's what anybody asks. It's capitalism coin.
The capitalism coin got me all hyped up right now. I love it.
See, they like it. It's an accident here. Okay, guys, thank you very much. We'll take any more of your time.
Okay.
Get a hold of me on the
special
card.
guest to get up here. So
And-
9:30. Jeff's coming up next.
And but yeah, if anybody wanted to buy in, it'd be super cool. I'd love to have you. Like I said, 80 to 90% of another selling people, 80 to 90% of the people that I bought Masternodes for my project, I know them. I think there's 3 guys that I don't know, which is amazing because we have our own. We call it the VIP lounge. All the Masternodes. If you bought a Masternode, you go in that room and then we talk strategically prices, how we're going to do. And then you got everybody. It's only 30 people.
He says he knows them. He's never met any one of them.
No, those are local guys.
But exactly. But over that Discord, you got to still be careful. Because some of these people are making friends, and you still don't know them.
No, I know.
Trust me. I just want to pull that.
Yeah, you got to be very careful. But I'm a smart guy. I've vetted these guys for the last year.
Yeah.
We have our own private Discord where we've actually KYC'd each other. Because we do shared Masternodes, we've done group things together. So yeah, we got that under control. Anyway, reach out to me if you want to get involved. I'm involved, he's involved in this particular project. Love to have you. You didn't get in Masternodes, you just burnt cookie. Thank you for your time, guys, appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Give round of applause.
I went to delegated proof of stake. It's not the same as Masternode.
I want to get one of these made for a coin.
Absolutely. I'll do that yesterday. Yeah, I make the actual.
How
coin,
quick do they get
we do
them?
that. We can have it in a few days.
Really?
Doesn't take long. Yep. I have to design it first in the software, and then we'll go from there.
And he's going to be doing some new
into my,
software stuff first.
To my SafeCoin Safe Trade account, and Jeff's going to come up and talk about his project. So I hope you guys.
Sorry.
Let him finish it here. But I just want to say that, like, I love you guys and girls all. Like, it's about the people one more time. And just hearing his talking and his stories and all that stuff and his journey, it just gets me so warm and fuzzy inside. I love it. Whether he's right or wrong, whether he really knows these fucking people or not, whether you know, this concierge coin is the capitalist coin and anyone gives a shit, it doesn't matter because his energy and what he's doing about it is so exciting. And I want to wish it the best, but so far, back to me being an investor, I've had a hard time with all of these other minuscule, tiny project ideas actually equating to something of what I call grandiose value, something of merit, something that's going to be in the top 25 of coin market cap. And so far, no disrespecting the capitalist coin and the loopy coin and the logic coin and every other Polish guy's coin, because I'm Polish too, I'm half of it. The point is, most of all those things linger out there, And what they are, and I know what Roger's getting at too, is they're a capitalistic mechanism if you can work with it, if you can work it. If you can work with the people, you can work with the systems, you can work with the software, the mindset, the money, you have the Bitcoin to spend, you can get involved and you can work with it and make some capitalism happen. And I know he knows how, and I know Corey knows how, so I want you all to know that we have support here for you. The main thing, if you want to try some masternodes, you're not alone. We've got some people here that have bet their own hard-earned paychecks here to learn and grow the system. So now come on up here, speaking of paychecks, this is another guy in our community who has a day job full-time and is working on some substantial value here. Out of everything I've seen come out of Calgary so far, I really believe this coin will be in the top 25 of coin market cap eventually. I want to help get it there.
Top 10.
A lot of projects.
10.
Yeah.
Well, 25, 10, whatever. They're all excellent to me. A lot of projects, again, try to explain what they're doing and do all these things, and the SafeCoin just does it, right? This is going to be the money transport for B2B and a lot of other things. And then we've also got the Safe Exchange, and I've logged in there, and I'm going to give the mic to Jeff, and he's going to walk you guys through all this. Thanks for coming, Jeff.
Thanks,
Handshake. There you go.
Thanks, Jen. Appreciate it.
Rock and roll.
All right, it's my third time here. Just wanted to say, how's that?
That's better, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's my third time here, and so I think a few of you already know me. So I'll be kind of brief as to what SafeCoin is, and just give you guys kind of an update of what we've done so far since I spoke to you guys last week. So SafeCoin was conceived back in 2013. The idea of 2013, 2012 was kind of when I learned about crypto, and I thought, holy crap, this looks really dangerous. Very, very cool, the whole idea of, we can create our own cryptocurrency and our own sort of monetary store of value, and there's no one controlling entity. Great idea, except there were all sorts of scams happening. There were all sorts of hacks, there was all sorts of issues with money disappearing. And so I immediately thought, okay, well, there should be a safe coin. There should be a coin all about safety that can earn people's trust. And I think Jason mentioned it earlier, like Bitcoin is about trust. And this is really just focused on that.
It's a place where people who don't know each other and don't trust each other can share trust in a protocol.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, back in 2013, I didn't see any technology available that actually had the level of security to call it SafeCoin. That didn't happen until late last year, so I launched this in February. Is a coin dedicated, so it is a highly secure coin. It has a ton of security features. It has the potential, when fully activated, to have the same security level or better than Bitcoin. And actually, it can, depending on how you set it up, it can actually use Bitcoin's security network on itself. So that's kind of what this is. Now, we've worked from Komodo. Komodo is basically about two things: security and decentralized exchange. So this coin is also designed right from blockchain inside out to do decentralized exchange. So what I've done is I've taken that concept and then I've said, okay, but there's still some need for centralized exchange. There has to be a balance between the two. So we created SafeTrade, which is a centralized exchange. And later on, we're going to be launching our decentralized exchange, and the two of them will actually be tied together. They will have integration between the two of them.
One for government, one for not?
Pretty much.
But Binance.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
That's what Binance is doing. Oh, they're coming after us? Okay.
They are. They are.
Decentralized and centralized. Done.
So you build a table, and half of it is above table, and the rest of it is under the table.
That's a bad word to say, under the table.
Yeah, I shouldn't say under the table, but yeah. So it's also a privacy coin.
Behind the curtain.
Yeah,
That's
it
a better word.
has something called ZK snarks. Basically what ZK snarks mean is they're mathematically provable that nobody can ever get into your business. So even if you look at some of the top privacy coins, Dash, Monero, they can't make that claim. All they can say is that it's highly unlikely that anybody will ever get into your business. This actually is mathematically provable that it is impossible if you do transactions using ZK snarks. So that's originally based off Zcash. So basically how it works is there's Bitcoin. Bitcoin got forked to Zcash, which has the ZK snarks. It's mathematically provable privacy. It's the only invented like that, except for maybe Zcoin. And from Zcash, Komodo forked it. Komodo took that privacy, and then they added the security of the Bitcoin network to that privacy. And then I forked that, and Komodo got really mad at me. So, anyway, but we're all past that. We're all friends now. Yeah, so.
Komodo is good.
They
Honestly, Komodo is a really, really strong project.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned they're about safety and they're about decentralization, but one of the things that I see in Komodo is efficiency.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is they're piggybacking on to the robust, expensive proof of work of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Without having that expense in-house.
Yep.
And SafeCoin does the same thing.
Yes.
It picks off the same idea of Bitcoin. It's using Bitcoin's back end to do the POW as well.
So yeah, when we do this, I guess so. We are a little bit different than Komodo. Komodo is basically a security. So they had an ICO. So we mentioned the security word. Are you a security or a currency? Generally, you're better off if you're a currency. If you have a choice, you have a lot more legal ability to function in this world if you're a currency. For instance, Bitcoin, Ethereum are currencies. So unfortunately, the way Komodo is structured, so they are a security, so that limits them somewhat. But they gained the advantage of they made a ton of money on their ICO, which enabled them to really move forward with their product. I didn't have an ICO. I gave it out to basically proof of work mining. So I am basically the currency form of Komodo. I shouldn't say I, our whole team. Yeah, it's a decentralized project.
It says that there's safe nodes coming down here, yeah? Your algorithm is Zcash, so you can mine for it right now. Have the 4 million been done yet so far for the pre-mining?
Yes.
They are? They're done?
Yeah, they're pre-mined right from the first block.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. So we can set anyone up in the room that wants to mine for these. So you can mine for SafeCoin, and we can give you the algorithm and the credentials and the logins and all that sort of stuff. So we'll help you out with that. So if anyone in the room that wants to start mining for this, let me know, and I'll set you up with the credentials to mine for the SafeCoin. If anybody wants to buy SafeCoin, you can get Bitcoin from me. You guys know that already. And then you can come to the safe.trade exchange, and you can put in some Bitcoin here into the wallet. And I'll show you the different wallets that we have here. We've got Safe, we've got Bitcoin, we've got BTC, Zen, and a bunch of other alternative coins that Jeff has vested in the Safe trade. Yeah, Kodo's there, SEC, Ravens new this week. There it is, the last guy on the list. I lost it, sorry. But
that was actually a coincidence. So our community votes on which coin to add.
Yeah, which is really cool.
They voted it in like the exact same time that it came up on your radar in the last presentation.
Yeah, exactly. So you can actually vote a coin into the exchange here rather than having to pay money and have like extortion and all these other methods that other
that Raven coin,
right? Yeah.
That's the number one. Was the number one volume on the crypto bridge.
Yeah.
It's like mining coins. I called and asked them. They don't have a masternode, or they don't.
It's all mining.
It's all mining.
It's been on for a long time. It's the people's favorite.
Yeah.
It's the people's
favorite.
favorite.
It's the highest one for a long time.
Oh yeah. People are in love with Raven coin.
They're
Let's,
a beautiful project.
Let's go take a look at the chart for a second here to see how it's doing.
Who's the king of security that I bought into?
Just flip over there for a sec. Why not?
Check my block volume candle. I hate looking at this.
So okay, it's 2 cents right now, Raven coin, and it was less than that. It was even 1 cent before, like a week or two ago. So it's doubled its value already.
Polymath is strong with SDO.
You like polymath?
Look at that volume right there.
Polymath, you like it?
Look at that spike in volume, you guys. That's massive.
It just has
Compared to all the other days that it's been running, look at this.
Wow. Just hasn't performed.
And then it's a giant spike.
Was that the day it hit Bittrex?
Just look at their portfolio going.
32 million. No, 32 billion market cap. USD.
32 million.
32 million, yeah.
Raven just has so many things going for it. It has a really interesting. I don't want to talk. I'm supposed to be talking about SafeCoin today. but no. Having said that, Raven just has. They're highly decentralized. Now, decentralization is just once you get past that critical mass, decentralization is great, and hopefully they are past that critical mass now. So they have a ton of developers working on it, are just extremely passionate about it. They have amazing tech. They had an oversupply problem where they had too many coins, so they're doing a fork, and basically what they're going to do is they're implementing a burn mechanism, which means their supply is actually going to drop. So they're solving problems, and they also have a lot of business partnerships.
Why do they do that? Why do they burn?
So many coin burns.
Yeah, why are they burning?
Because they realized they screwed up and they got
But
way too
people are
many coins
confused
and they want to
about
burn
that.
it to lower their supply.
People are confused about that. Why are we burning coins? What's
Should
the
have
point
made
of
the
that? Why
structure-
are we not issuing these and just letting it run on the internet like this?
Scarcity.
Yeah.
So it's creating scarcity by the burn?
Scarcity drives value.
Pruning?
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, what is the value of Bitcoin? Everybody had a different opinion. I said the will of the people, you guys are going to argue with that. But one thing that was brought up is scarcity. And so basically what Raven's Coin has done is realized that and decided, okay, we need scarcity, we're going to make scarcity. And so that's what they're doing.
Neat. So burning coins creates scarcity. Are we burning any safe coins?
No, we're already scarce from design. So,
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're that. I make mistakes too. Everybody makes mistakes, but that we got right. So we're 36 million max supply.
Right.
So we don't need to do any burns. We're already quite scarce.
Nice. I like it.
So how do you
So-
get how do you get the money to get big, get out there, get noticed?
So first thing we did, we basically we started a huge community with mining. So actually, a month ago, nobody in Calgary knew about SafeCoin, but internationally, lots of miners knew about it. So we created a community of 2,000 members, and a lot of them are developers, and they just help out all the time. Actually, that's a good segue. So how do I get the money to actually do this? One of the things I'm doing, Equipool, Cat's Pool, Fantastic Pool. Those are all fantastic pools. But yeah, so I'm starting to look at that now. I'm working at ways of, so one thing, the Safe Trade is a corporation. So we're looking at actually raising funds on Safe Trade. The reason we separate them is because we want SafeCoin to be like a free, decentralized project that's not inhibited by anything securities related. So they're completely separated that way. On the exchange, they're tied together very tightly. But anything securities related, we handle that with Safe Trade. The rest is all SafeCoin, nice and clean, currency based. Now, so yeah, for instance, I have one community member, he's from Russia. He's a fantastic developer. He basically quit his job. He quit his government job to work on this full time. So he's been doing this for 2 months. We have a lot of stories like this. Because out of 2,000 members, there's just some very passionate people. They see the name, they see where the thing's going, and they care. They really, really care. So one thing we're developing right now, actually, we just got working in testnet this morning, is a multi-coin copay wallet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is
So,
new.
but very, very few coins have one. With our design, we may be the only one like it in existence when it comes out.
See, this is the exciting part for me. I'm listening and I was like, what?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
So here's the thing. This is why I really need Jan and Corey and Jason and the team here, is because really, and I think this was pointed out earlier, this is very much all about money and marketing. I'm a developer. I get that, but I don't have time to market. So I'm literally, I'm working on, I develop when I'm here, or I'm setting up deals. The rest of the time, like that's all I do, is I put out stuff.
He does. He's constant waterfall.
Or I project management,
Genius.
project manage to get other developers to put out stuff.
You're a developer?
Yeah.
Well, he's developed SafeCoin.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
We are, by the way,
He sits there right there developing it live while we're here.
Where are you from?
Right here, Calgary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Welcome,
Cowboys
welcome.
Casino.
It's like you've been in another country for a month, Mike.
You know? Welcome. And
Welcome
look at
back to
you too. Look at you.
Canada.
You're Mr. going to Poland and all around the world. We're watching you going, holy shit. And then we're watching him going, holy shit. And we're watching his thing going, holy shit. Think about it. It's pretty cool.
So I really
It's
need
pretty
these
cool.
guys, and I'm starting to rely on them to help me with some of the marketing, because literally, a project should really, I'm just gonna be honest, it should have 10 times marketing to 1 times development. That's just how it is. We're not, we're like 1 to 1.
So it's like
we
10 times development,
develop
1
as
times
much as we
marketing.
market.
You're opposite.
It can't stay like that, but on the other hand, development is key. We just put stuff out. So like I think I talked to you guys last week. We put out a new wallet. I didn't even know if I had time to show it. We did a multi-coin wallet last week. Very few coins have multi-coin wallets. Alright. Yeah. So our wallet is now multi-coin. Sorry.
Like a Jack's wallet?
Yeah, like a Blockfolio wallet or anything like that. But we're not spending too much time on it because we just really don't think desktops.
Blockfolio is not a wallet.
Yeah. Well, sorry, we're headed that way though. So I don't really think desktops are the future of this stuff. I think it's going to be mostly mobile and web based.
Yeah.
So that's really where we're putting most of our effort in. So this guy from Russia, this morning he's talking to me and he's like showing me the screenshots and we're testing it out and it works beautifully. He's been working on it for 4 weeks straight, nonstop. He barely sleeps full time.
We barely sleep, man.
And it will be
sleep.
it will be one of the best wallets in crypto, period. Normally, so there's coins that come out where they will give you a roadmap, and on the roadmap, they'll say, you know, in mid-2019, we're going to come out with an amazing wallet.
Saw that in my
We don't
roadmap?
even have time for a news release. Like we just put it out. Like
That's the difference between like a
yeah, and that's why I need some help because we're creating technology that's never seen before, and we're just putting it out as fast, and then we're moving on to the next thing. So then, meanwhile, I had the night 2 nights before I overhauled. I showed you guys our exchange before. I said I wasn't happy with it. So from the time of last week, I overhauled the entire exchange from start to finish.
Sarah, it's the last one.
So basically,
It's the last tab. Sarah.
oh yeah, I just want to show you. So right from the front page to the trading UI.
Nice.
We've redesigned the entire exchange in a matter of 3 days.
Way better.
So I haven't slept. But yeah, and in the background you can see our logo there. And I'm still not happy with it.
I like the slogan, better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Beta safe than sorry. We're calling ourselves beta as long as we can. It's key. Of course. So this entire UI has never been used on a live system until last night. So a lot of exchanges will like partner with a company. They might pay $500,000 or $3 million a year to run exchange software. We've basically done all of this just from blood, sweat, and tears. So this is actually just being tested on a live system right now for the first time. I'm seeing things I want to change. So this weekend, I'm going to overhaul it again. And we're just going to keep working on it until it's a top 10 exchange. And I need somebody to help market it because I don't even have time to put out a news release. So meanwhile, so we have a community of 2,000 members, and they see a level of trust. They see that we've earned trust, and they know that it matters. And so as soon as I put out this exchange, half the community loved it. The other half was like, "We want more." And I was like, "Okay." But one person came up and he says, "Look, I really like this." He's like, "When is it going to be perfected?" I'm like, "I should have it, by the end of the week. We should have this perfect." He's like, "Okay." He's like, I need you to work on a deal with me, but your exchange." So right now we do about $10,000 to $20,000 a day of traffic. He's like, "In 2 weeks' time, your exchange needs to be ready for about $1 million a day of traffic." Wow. So, but yeah, and where's Jan? There's Jan. I didn't see you, so I got to talk to you about this after, because we have to have everything ready in 2 weeks.
That's right away.
Yeah.
Pressure's on.
Anyway, so the progress happens over fast. We don't have time for news releases. We don't have time for anything.
That's how diamonds are made.
And we have people who just want to bring massive amounts of volume in a very short period of time. They like the name, they like the project, they trust the people. Will it actually happen? I don't know, but we have to prepare for it. And this kind of stuff happens all the time. So then I talked to the Russian developer, and I'm like, "By the way, because of this new deal, I need you to change the whole Copay wallet. And here's what we need to do." And like he didn't respond for about 20 minutes, and then he sent me a picture of an empty fridge. So I got to make a payment tonight. Yeah.
Forgot to pay a couple invoices.
That's right. So we are basically just flying and trying to get as much done as we can in a short period of time. The rate of development, I mean, again, a lot of ICOs, you see a lot of ICOs they will say, you know what, and they'll show you a picture of an exchange. And watch out for that too, watch out for those nice pictures. They'll show you a nice picture of an exchange. Say, in a year, we're gonna have all these things. So we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for the ICO because we don't want to be a security. So we're just putting the exchange out.
It is a really interesting, I guess you could say, opportunity cost for a project, because you can build one thing at a time, and the projects that build their marketing before they build their product get funded so they can build their product, and that sort of seems to be the order of operations. You've taken that and turned it 180.
Yes.
The opportunity cost will go into the product itself, and then we'll rely on, I guess you could say, peer review process, the validity of it all, to spread through word of mouth.
So much value.
And so here's the thing: we already know we have better branding than all those ICOs. We already know that. We have way better branding. So 6 months ago, we started building the trust, and we started showing people that we can build stuff. In a sense, I'm not worried about the marketing, because I know with the right partnerships, the marketing will just come right to it. It'll come right to it, and it'll all combine, because a strong marketer knows that you can leverage this branding. For every dollar you put into marketing, you get a way better return with this branding. So that's going to be coming soon, and apparently it's going to be coming in 2 weeks.
I think you'll attract the right kind of people as well
Yeah.
in the crypto sphere, because the crypto sphere is all about word, it's all about peer to peer.
Yeah.
Right?
You
So
know
like
what word
word
he's
of mouth.
saying? I'm giving you a high five because you're saying the word of our documentary. Like when he's saying that word cryptosphere, this is the name of our documentary. You guys don't even know.
You're doing a documentary?
Yes, we are.
Is that part on it?
Yes, we
That
have
little video right there.
$500,000 that's been given to us by the Alberta government grants. This guys.
So I
Just a quick, give us 2-3 things.
All you had to do was
I
have
have to be
video
careful. So
cameras.
I am friends with a lot of the exchanges.
Yeah.
I think just yesterday, some guy accidentally gave me the password to his exchange, and then he was going to publish it, and I said, "Don't publish that." To his whole exchange.
Yikes.
Now, where's my mousey? There you are. So, just off the top of my head, so we're actually partnered with Bitcoin Z. We do a lot of work with that. A lot of the smaller coins do actually partner with each other.
Okay.
I just happen to know this. So they recently, a couple of months ago, they did a fork. They gave all the exchanges 2.5 months notice that they were going to do a fork, which means that all the exchanges have to update their software.
And what did Bitcoin Z go to for their backbone? What's their mainnet running on that?
For their backbone, I'm not sure.
Okay.
The backbone.
Proof of work.
Yeah, the proof of work.
Oh, sorry. They switched to Zhash, so we actually switched with them.
That's
So
fine.
that's a sorry. Yeah, it's a
That's
whole
fine.
other conversation.
Yeah.
I think most of you guys heard my spiel on that, but if you've got questions about Zhash, basically we have.
So what do you think of
lots
Zhash,
of
by the way? Are you a fan of it? Yes, love it?
It's been amazing.
Okay,
It's
good.
been amazing.
Just asking, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Zhash too, and I own a little bit of Bitcoin Z myself. I own every single Bitcoin, diamond, gold, green. I bought a little bit of all of it just because I'm a Bitcoin nutcase.
Bitcoin Z's had a rough go of it, by the way, actually. So, by the way, this is actually a very legitimate coin. You wouldn't know the price right now. Little message up here.
What's it worth right now? Just real quick, it's less than
8 cents.
Way less. Yeah. No, it's under 8 cents. That's
Had a rough time.
23 cents.
That's 0.08 of a cent. Yeah.
And a little message up here. So this coin at one time was worth like $30 million or something.
Was it?
Yep. CSEX is currently trading an old chain of Bitcoin Z.
Yeah.
So basically, CSEX is a major exchange.
Yeah.
And they were like 2.5 months was not enough notice, so we're just gonna keep running your old node. So they're running in a totally different currency.
What?
Yeah.
How did they do
It's
that?
called they're on a different chain.
Totally different
What's the
chain.
different chain? You did it in
Yeah.
Masternodes. You're like, oh, I'm getting tons of rewards today.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, already? You're
But it's
probably on
worthless,
the
right?
You're probably on the old
It's
chain.
worth $0.
Zero.
$0. So, but people still trade, and they won't
Yeah.
delist it. They're just going to let people keep depositing Bitcoin and buy it on that exchange.
Gosh, really?
Then they try to withdraw it into their wallet, it won't withdraw.
Won't withdraw.
Because it doesn't exist.
Holy fuck.
It's on the old
Shocked
chain.
to this.
It's on the old
Yeah.
chain. They always.
I already know you highly
It's like-
don't agree with any of that. Like,
It's
how,
like
how does this
Ethereum
shit get
Classic if
along? How do
nobody
you do
buys
that?
Ethereum Classic.
It's the problem with decentralization. It's all by consensus. And if somebody doesn't want to play ball with you,
But the
That's it.
customer gets killed for it. The sacrificial lamb is all the other people that buy in.
centralized exchanges have set the bar. Yeah, centralized exchanges have set the bar very, very
Here's
low
bit
for
votes.
us. And this is
Listen
why we
to
think we
things
can take
not to
over the
do.
whole market.
You know?
It's the bar is very low. Yeah, so that happened. Yobit's super bad for it.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually another safe coin running on Yobit. Not on Yobit. It doesn't exist anywhere.
Nowhere though.
Nowhere.
Zero.
Nowhere.
Zero value, zero existence. And it's on there, right? It's just floating
Insane
around.
Coin is another one on Yobit. Yobit's really bad for this. So Insane Coin is on Yobit. Don't buy it. It doesn't exist.
Wow.
So you have
You
to
got
actually.
fucked on the pack coin. There was a 2-pack coin, and we got totally raped
Yeah.
on that coin big time.
Oh,
That
well,
was garbage.
Yeah. Well, Insane Coin does exist somewhere, but on certain exchanges they just run rogue versions of it, which you can't use anywhere. So there's also so one of the things we're also working on. I'm working on another developer from Slovakia, and his project, what he's going to be working on pretty much full time. And this is based on some of my conversations with the banks in Calgary and with the Alberta Securities Commission, is they're really looking for ways to find traceability in coins and find ways to have a sense of is the blockchain, because they only deal with some of the top coins, right? Because they're scared, they're trying to minimize risk. They'll deal with Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're like, oh, should we touch EOS? Because they're super risk averse. So we're looking at putting together highly scalable, very, very fast security detection systems which do traceability. So when you deposit, it can very, very quickly trace the origins of that coin and make sure it comes from a safe place. And also do a quick scan of the entire blockchain, determine has it been under attack lately? Is somebody trying to attack it now? Are there differences? Are there any evidence? Is there any evidence of recent double spends? And if there is, the exchange will just shut it right down. So we're actually building that into our centralized exchange. And we're working on it right now. Again, there's going to be no news releases. It's not on our roadmap. We're just building it. Because we don't have time. So,
Don't forget.
Send it to me tonight.
yeah.
That's why I can show the
We're also working on safe nodes. I might have to delay about a bit because now I have to scale this exchange to handle $1 million a day for 2 weeks from now. Whether or not it happens, I don't know.
Woo!
But I
Yeah.
have to prepare for it. So
Bring
I have
the
to
heat
change-
to the pit
So I
party.
have to scale up the whole back end for that. We will be doing safe nodes though. So our safe nodes will be entirely different again. So that's going to be a major project.